Yes, Amanda, and we are broadcasting live from Pittsburg, Kansas, upon the campus of Pittsburg High School, home of tonight's hosting squad, the Pittsburg Purple Dragons. Good evening, basketball fans, and thank you for tuning in to yet another evening of Labette County Grizzly basketball as they play the visitor on the road to the Purple Dragons of Pittsburgh. Jack Leake and Ian Harlow with you on the headsets, and Lucas Hayward on the KLKC Sports YouTube live stream. Ian, it was you and John Kohler on the mics in my absence on Friday night, and I have to tell you, we tuned in from the mountains of Colorado on our vacation, and you guys sounded fantastic, so thank you for stepping up, and thank you, John.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you, John, for stepping in. Thanks. You guys did a great job, and it sounded awesome. Lady Grizzlies will be the first game tonight as usual. Ian, they got a good win on Friday. That was a good Atchison team that came in, and like Coach Vollmer said, you kind of never know what you're going to get whenever just a wild card rolls into town from 4 hours away, and we might play a team similar to that in Sub-State a week from tonight. That was a good win for us.
Yeah, Labette County played a really great ball. They just played all together and a really good team win all together, and just a tough first quarter to come out to. Atchison was shooting the ball really well, and I honestly thought this was going to be a shootout battle that night. And turns out just the first quarter was going to be the spark for Atchison, and then kind of went off from there. Just Labette County played really good defense and just didn't let Atchison get the ball very much. And Labette County took every opportunity they could, and they scored most of the drives that they had. And so just a good win for Labette County, 45-32 over Atchison. Just a really good team win with good chemistry there. So I look forward to another good win tonight. It might be a difficult one. I think you were mentioning that to us on the way here. It might be a difficult game for Labette County. So don't think that Pittsburgh we could just sweep this under the rug and get a easy win against Pitt, because Pitt's a really good, solid squad, and anything can happen.
Yeah, and I'll touch on both those things. This is the Tank Connection pregame show of Labette County Grizzly basketball, live courtside, right behind Labette County's bench. 6 minutes, 15 seconds until tip-off of Ian. Yeah, I'll allude to both those points that you made, both with Atchison and this game tonight. The Lady Grizzlies last Friday night had to endure a little bit of hot shooting from the Phoenix out of the gates, as I think it was Simpson that hit three first quarter threes in the first quarter, and they had 4 as a team, and they were up 18-12 at the end of the first quarter, and that kind of reminded me, I know Atchison isn't maybe as good as the Lady Tigers of Fort Scott, but Fort Scott came in and shot really well early on us, and we kept with them, but then we kind of faded off, and Fort Scott kept going. But this game started similar, but boy, it did not continue similar. Labette County outscored Atchison 14-2 in the second quarter on Friday. Atchison, that is. So that was a nice response. Sometimes when a team is hot, it can just kind of degrade you, and defensively you're demoralized, tired, gassed, just in terms of what do we do? Maybe not physically, but mentally. And they sustained themselves and played well. Tonight, Ian, yes, it typically doesn't matter how good, how bad Pittsburgh is, and they're not bad this year, let me tell you.
No.
But it doesn't matter. Labette County tends to maybe labor a little bit when we come here. So I think the beginning of this game will be very telling in not the outcome, but what type of game we might be able to expect. Hopefully Labette County can get out on a nice 14-4 run or 15-5 and just knock Pittsburgh on their heels a little, because both our boys and girls teams, Ian, tend to struggle when we come in this purple gymnasium.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree at all. This stadium feels like it's a struggle for both teams, so it's not going to be easy win for either team. That boys' side might be a little bit more difficult than the girls' side, but who knows? There's still time to tell and ball game to play. So I think we just got to focus on this girls' game versus a pretty good Pittsburgh team that we saw earlier on in the season. We did win against them. I'm not quite for sure the score. I don't remember it. But I know it was a pretty solid win. I think maybe 40-26. Was that correct?
You're exactly right.
Okay, good. But, yeah, no, I just think that as long as we can play good defense on their star player, Jacqueline Hall, who's a pretty good ball player. I think there's other key components to their offense as well. I think Hotsy was part of that as well. Just those two players really scored for Pittsburgh, and I
Yeah.
think you shut them down, you could shut the rest of the offense down, especially their main ball handler and Hall.
Yeah, it was Jackie Hall had 12 points in the last meeting against Pittsburgh back on Friday night, January 12th, and Alyssa Hotsy had 10. And there wasn't too much scoring for the Purple Dragons that night, but it still wasn't a blowout, just 40-26. As there's a lot of instant classics that have taken place here, Ian. As I remember the year where Labette County was very strong and I believe went to state and lost to Ottawa, I think. But that doesn't matter, I guess. It went into double overtime. I remember Carson Stewart, her senior year, hit a couple big shots here right in front of us. And to be honest with you, I don't remember if Labette County won that game or not, but there have been a lot of good Labette County teams come in this gym and labor against a good Pittsburgh squad, but certainly one where you feel like Labette County should prevail. It's been tough for them. 2 minutes, 40 seconds. This is the Tank Connection pregame show until tip-off. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the rest of tonight's pregame show from Pittsburgh. One minute, 50 seconds until tip-off from Pittsburgh. Lady Grizzlies set to tip off here in just a few minutes. This is the Tank Connection pregame show. Labette County right now sits at 5th place in the East region of Class 4A sub-state rankings. And if this gives you any peace, as a week ago tonight at Fort Scott, Labette County lost the biggest heartbreaker of the season at Fort Scott. They were down, I think, 12 with about 3 minutes, 50 seconds left in the game. They tie it with 8 seconds left. Fort Scott goes the length of the court and wins it on an Allie Brown layup off of a putback with 0.1 seconds left. That one took a heart and crushed it, Ian. It crushed it. But Labette County bounced back well on Friday. However, as I was saying, if this gives you any peace, even if Labette County won last Tuesday, they would still be in the same 5th place spot as they are tonight. Labette County's in 5th place at 12-6, sandwiched between a team with 7 losses and a team with 4 losses. So they're still 2 wins or 2 losses away from the team in 4th and a loss away from the team in 6th. So even if they beat Fort Scott, they would still be in 5th place. Labette County with 2 big games this week, looking to host Sub-State in Harrison next, I believe, Tuesday night against an opponent that is to be determined. Lady Grizzlies got to get it done this week if they want to host in Harrison, because just 1 loss separates us from the team in 8th place, which is where it pivots to where you go visit rather than host. Big game tonight for the Lady Grizzlies. In 2 minutes after the national anthem, we'll have starters and tip-off on KLKC. Starters are in for both squads and are being rattled off by the PA announcer before us as we sit courtside right behind the Lady Grizzly bench. Starters for Labette County, number 10, Katon O'Brien. Number 11, Nevaeh Jones. Number 22, Addison Rexwinkle. Number 23, Landry O'Brien, leading scorer with, I think, 17 points last Friday night.
Yes.
And then the fifth starter, number 33, Kinsley Boss. For Pittsburgh, the Lady Purple Dragons. For tonight's broadcast, we will just go Lady Dragons for simplicity purposes. Number 1, Jacqueline Hall. Number 3, Ava Harrett. Number 4, Anna Jorge. Number 20, Gabrielle White. And number 21, Odessa Reed. Head coach for Pittsburgh is Dalton Gromer, assisted by Anita Walker, who came from Coffeyville, Ella Hendrickson, a previous player for the Lady Dragons, and Deshaun English. For Labette County, head coach Brianna Vollmer, assisted by Heather Wilson and Madison Evans. 8 minutes is pasted on both scoreboards to my left and to my right. The Lady Grizzlies will be in their road blacks with red and gold trim and red numbers on the front and back. Pittsburgh in their home white uniforms with purple trim and purple numbers. Tip-off in 30 seconds. Lady Grizzlies need a couple wins this week to solidify a firm home court advantage in Sub-State. Lady Grizzlies win the tip and hold the rock for possession number 1 of tonight's contest. Ball on the right side of the floor. Labette County working the hardwood left to right. Landry O'Brien with it, dumps it to Kinsley. Turns to face, loses it. Pittsburgh has it, and then throws it right away to Nevaeh. Underneath to Boss. Back out Katon. Fakes left, goes middle. Dump down Kinsley with good position. Undercut and fouled. And that'll be the first foul of the game for either team, 30 seconds into the contest.
First personal, first team foul.
Ball goes in for Labette County. Kinsley Boss right wing. Katon in the corner, dribbles with the right hand, now the left. Throws it to Jones in the corner, gets her man to bite on a pump fake pass, but pulls it down. That foul for the Lady Dragons went on number 4, Anna Jorge. Katon O'Brien wants a 3, misses it strong, and it's fought for, and a jump ball is the result to the Lady Dragons. The basketball goes.
Not a bad possession at all by Labette County, just unfortunately could not score the ball. Nevaeh had a pass right to her from Pittsburgh. Just probably wasn't expecting that at all.
Possession number 1 for Pittsburgh is underway. They had the ball moments ago but turned it over, and they nearly turn it over again. White is able to corral it for Pittsburgh. Underneath it goes, and then they do turn it over. Rexwinkle with it left to right to Jones. 6:50 first quarter. Landry O'Brien flips it from corner to corner to Katon. She'll drive baseline. Dump down Kinsley from 4 feet, was open but bobbled it. Jones on a kick-out tray, bricked. Rebound goes to Harrett, and she'll work it right to left, into the paint, into the chest of Rexwinkle, misses it. Rebound Jones, outlet Katon. Paced play here, Ian. Katon flips it up with the right and misses. Rebound Jackie Hall.
Yeah, just like you said, back and forth game right now. Nobody seems to get the ball in the basket right now.
Short corner here right in front of us is Jorge. She'll turn, fire, and miss, and it's tipped to Katon O'Brien. Pittsburgh just 5-14 on the season compared to Labette County's 12-6. But we We've had a lot of close games here in this gym where those records mirror just that. A struggling Pittsburgh team and a solid record Lady Grizzlies team, but it ends up being close as Labette County will throw it in on the far side off a tipped ball. O'Brien has it near the purple P at center court, symboling Pittsburgh for the Dragons. And we have two bodies hit the deck, and that's a foul on Ana Jorge. That's her second in the first couple minutes of this one, and she will check out, replaced by Alitza Hatzi, who had 10 points in the last contest.
Yeah, Labette County's had opportunities to score the ball, just nothing has seemed to fall for them so far this game.
Landry pulls up from the free throw stripe, misses it. Rebound tipped about. The outlet pass is stolen by Kinsley Boss. Labette County hardly letting Pitt cross the half-court stripe. Caton on a drive, a euro, a shot, and it's good. Labette County leads 2-0. Caton taking it upon herself to put points on the board.
Yeah, nice little euro step from Caton to get to the basket and shoot that ball in the hoop.
Ball goes underneath for Pittsburgh, and firing and hitting is Odessa Reed. They don't have height listed on the roster, but she certainly is one of the taller Dragons on the floor.
Yeah.
5 minutes, first quarter, 2-2 the score. Nevaeh drives, cut off firmly, out to Caton, short corner, cut off again, shoots into a floater and scores it. 4-2 Labette County, the senior with all four.
Yeah, just good shots from Caden O'Brien there on both possessions for Labette County.
4-2 Labette County. Landry with a steal, left to right to the cup, and she'll miss it off the bottom of the backboard. And Hall with the board, but it's stolen by Boss. Jones left open, lets it rip, banks it strong, no good. Rebounded by Pittsburgh. Then another near bobble out of bounds. It does go out, but off of Boss. Kinsley Boss, her defensive prowess has been on display here early as she'll check out.
And number 31 on reballs.
Yeah, I honestly thought that ball was out on Pittsburgh there. I thought it rolled off of one of the Pittsburgh girls' feet or something.
Yeah, it did look kind of funky. I thought maybe they would give us the benefit of the doubt, but
yeah, maybe just from our angle it looked different.
they left it with Pittsburgh. 4-2 the score. Labette County in front. 4:10 first quarter. Hall with the left hand. Jaden Davis in the game now, and that's a foul on her, I believe. 2 shots for Jackie Hall coming up momentarily. Jaden Davis was monumental in our near comeback victory at Fort Scott.
Yeah, she had really, really great minutes for us in that Fort Scott game, and just barely at Labette County. Couldn't get that win. Still a heartbreaker to this day.
Jackie Hall makes the first free throw to make it 4-3 Labette County, as the foul was on Caton O'Brien, her first and the team's first, as the second free throw is good for Hall as well. 4-4 our score with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Caton breaks the Purple Dragon press that has been firm. Jones to the cup, fading floater, missed. Rebounded by Gabrielle White of Pittsburgh to their point guard Hall. Long quarterback pass goes to the corner to Sophia Hertrick. And did she lose it out of bounds? She did. Turnover Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's been up and down this court just like we have been. And it's kind of been a surprise because some teams can't really stick with us when we're going up and down the court, and Pittsburgh's been able to so far. And they're just getting rebounds and finding an outlet and pushing it just like we do.
3:45 first quarter. Pittsburgh posing a good threat in their press, but Labette County breaks it again. Caton with the dump to Boss. Off the glass, you bet. That is great press break-o from your Labette County Lady Grizzlies. Pittsburgh throws it away. Took the words out of your mouth, Ian. My apologies, as it goes right to their head coach. Turnover Dragons. 6-4 Labette County with the ball and the lead.
And all I was going to say is just a good pass from Caton to the Boss and then get to that finish was really good.
Yeah, it wasn't an easy finish.
No.
She had a dragon breathing fire right down her neck. Davis from the right elbow misses it short right. Boss fighting for every advantage. It's Aubrey Boss now in the contest, but it goes out off of her fingertips, and to Pittsburgh, possession goes. Ball on the far side of the floor. Riding the purple baseline is Hotsy. To the cutting White, or Reed rather, they go, and she's fouled and will shoot 2. With 3:08 on the clock in the first quarter, it's 6-4 Grizzlies, with Reed at the line to try to tie it.
First personal. At the line for the Purple Dragons, number 21, Odessa Reed.
Reed's first, no good. 2 Grizzlies check in for Labette County.
Yes, Kinsley Boss and Addison Rexwinkle will replace Jaden Davis and Nevaeh Jones.
Second free throw for Reed. Holds it on her right hip, fires, and hits it. 6-5 Labette County. Substitution for Pittsburgh. Sophia Hertrick in the game for Pittsburgh. She replaces White. Pittsburgh trying to apply some pressure on Labette County. Pittsburgh in their home whites, and they get a steal. They'll go right to left. A little pull-up from the free throw line is missed, and out off of Reed. Oh, she saved it. Pittsburgh still with possession. Hall for 3, misses everything. Rebound Labette County. Bullet number 1 has been dodged. And then a foul on Pittsburgh as Caton was riding the baseline. As this has started, not how I figured, because I didn't want to make any assumptions about how this game would go, but let's just say I'm not shocked.
Yeah, yeah, we definitely talked about that earlier, and I think, like you said, Labette County needs to get out to a 55 lead, and just like that, Landry O'Brien just overthrows Addison Rexwinkle, and ball rolls out of bounds. So kind of just sloppy play by Labette County so far in this ball game. Definitely not the Labette County team we've been seeing as of recently, but you got to just give them a first quarter to warm up.
Landry gets a hand on it, gives it to Caton, or rather it tumbled to Caton, who lays it in and scores, and the Lady Grizzlies say, "Shut up, Jack Leak. We're going to build a lead here." 8-5. They go for a steal but miss. Aubrey Boss riding her man's hip, and then the right-hand jumper is good for Odessa Reed. She's been the biggest threat for Labette County defensively. Here's Rexwinkle, turns and throws to Aubrey Boss, who fires inside, out of bounds. Turnover, Grizzlies, and Pittsburgh will have another chance. Offensively, they trail by 1.
Just kind of being careless with the ball right now is Labette County, and can't find anybody open. Pittsburgh's defense has been pretty good.
Yeah, it has, as Labette County's been pretty stout as well defensively, as Pittsburgh throws it away yet again.
Allie Martin will check in for Aubrey Boss.
A lot of movement early for Coach Vollmer in that 5 spot, that post position player. Landry O'Brien with it on the left side. She'll drive with the right hand into the chest of a Purple Dragon, and that's going to be a charge on Landry. Her first personal with 1:40 left in the first. Each team with 3 team fouls.
First personal, third team foul.
Yeah, just unlucky there to pick up that personal foul, because if not, that's going to be an and 1, and she's going to the line and shooting a 3-point play.
Yeah, she did get the bucket to fall subsequently, as Caton gets a steal again.
Wow.
Pump fake, shoots and scores. Caton O'Brien making the Purple Dragons dizzy on the hardwood. The Grizzlies back up 3, and Pittsburgh steps out of bounds. Good baseline D by your Grizzlies. And Labette County leads by 3 with 90 seconds left in quarter number 1.
Libby Poole and Nevaeh Jones will check back into the game for Labette County, as Landry O'Brien and Addison Rexwinkle will sub out.
Substitution for the Purple Dragons, number 21.
Odessa Reed is going to check in again for Pittsburgh. Coming out is Sophia Hertrick. So Labette County with the chance to get their biggest lead at 5 or 6, whatever it may be, should they score. Caton throws a long pass to Jones that somehow lands in her hands. Right side in front of Pittsburgh's bench. Jones reverses it to Caton. Back to Jones, open in the corner. Head fakes and drives. Good extra pass inside. Martin passes out. Poole for 3. Strong, and Martin can't quite get there in time, and it'll go to Pittsburgh as it went out of bounds. Ten to 7, Labette County with the lead. 60 seconds first quarter, Pittsburgh right to left. as we sit below Labette County's bench, as I can't see over some of our bench players' heads. That's how interesting of a position we have, as Pittsburgh gets an over-the-back call, or maybe she stepped out. I can't tell, but Pittsburgh turns it over.
It was a backward call.
I don't know what the score will be at the end of the first quarter. Maybe Labette County scores a couple more times or whatnot as the refs have a conversation here. But Pittsburgh, really, no matter what, has to feel pretty good with where they're at the end of the first quarter, unless they let Labette County go on a run, because they've turned it over so many times. Pittsburgh has.
Yeah, and luckily for Pitt, we haven't been able to quite make any baskets right now, so that's why Pittsburgh's still in this ballgame.
Pittsburgh with a good handsy play defensively, and they'll get a steal and then a foul on Labette County going the other way. 4 team fouls on Labette County now with 33 seconds left in the first, but luckily all those fouls are dispersed evenly, and that's Allie Martin's first. As we're going to try our best for those anxiously watching the live stream to try and raise our camera as high as we can at the end of this first quarter to get you the best view possible. So stay with us, be patient. A tough setup, but we're thankful here in Pittsburgh. They had us a table and 2 nice chairs ready for us. Labette County up by 3 with 10 seconds left in the first. A good pick and roll. That's good offense. And laying it in is Gabrielle White with 4 seconds left. Here goes Caton. Lob pass to Jones. 1 second at the buzzer. 3. Short, no good. 10-9 Labette County at the end of 1. The stingy Purple Dragons doing it again here at home. Back in 1 minute with quarter number 2.
Hi, I'm Shelby, one of the pharmacists at Bowen Pharmacy. Not only do we keep you up to date on your COVID and flu vaccines, but we also offer pneumonia, shingles, hepatitis, meningitis, tetanus, and whooping cough vaccines. Based on the latest CDC guidelines, we can recommend the vaccines to keep you and your family healthy. Thank you for always choosing Bowen Pharmacy. We're here today and we'll be here tomorrow.
The best cameraman in the business has figured out a better angle for everybody at home watching, as he has extended the tripod legs max as long as they'll go, and Lucas has given up his chair and he's going to stand for Grizzly Nation for the rest of this game. Lady Grizzlies turn it over. Yeah, and for the boys game. Grizzlies turn it over, and then Jackie Hall scores a floater with her right hand to give Pittsburgh an 11-10 advantage. Coach Vollmer turns and looks at her bench players and elects to go with Aubrey Boss and Jaden Davis. Jones in the paint, little floater off the glass is good, as this might be one of those games, Ian, where a 2-point lead feels like 4, 4-point lead feels like 8, and so on.
Yeah, it's just going to be a back and forth game, I feel like. Shot for shot, turnover for turnover, defense possession for defense possession. It's just going to be kind of like that, just like Pittsburgh did there, just a turnover, a ball too long.
The ball will go back to Labette County as a couple Grizzlies do check out. It's Kinsley Boss and Allie Martin now on the cushioned seats about 6 feet in front of me, as Davis is in, as Jones is going to try to track down a ball in the corner and does so successfully. Caton left wing 3, well short, might have been tipped, but it's saved by Jones, who is stripped going up, and White gets the rebound. Caton still fighting, pokes it out of bounds, and it'll go to Pittsburgh. 6:46 first half, Pittsburgh by 1.
Labette County just can't seem to find the bottom of the basket so far in this game, and it's kind of been a struggle to score.
Yeah, certainly a low-scoring contest. Kaiten O'Brien picks up her second personal foul here on a body bump on the right side of half court with 6:37 left in the half. As Addison Rexwinkle will check in for Kaiten O'Brien.
Number 22, Addison Rexwinkle.
Pittsburgh to throw it in. Ball lands in the palms of Ava Harrett, the junior. Up ahead, Hotsy to Hall, left open for three, hits it. Oh, it's a two-point basket. It's a two-point basket, so Pittsburgh leads 13-12. Hall with, I believe, 4 points on the game. Up ahead to Davis. Long pass Rexwinkle. Tipped pass goes out, and it'll stay with Labette County. Another substitution for Pittsburgh. Boy, there have been a substitution about every dead ball, it feels like.
Yeah, for both teams, honestly.
Hertrick checks in for Pittsburgh. White. Ball goes in for Labette County, trailing by 1 for the second time tonight. Landry, a tough fader, misses, tipped about. Davis saves it, and it goes to Hall of Pittsburgh. Right to left, she'll rip and run across the timeline, dribbling belt high. She'll pick it up, turn and fire. And Pittsburgh will run a set play now.
Yeah, I feel like Labette County is playing hot potato down there underneath the basket.
Harrett, left wing extended. Top of the key, Hotsy. Inside the volleyball line, back to Harrett. A long play here, but Coach Gromer's determined to get it in. 5:30 first half, 13-12 Pittsburgh. Harrett off a screen, pick and roll, inside Reed, off the glass, no good. Fought for, Landry has it, no foul called on Reed, and a travel's gonna be called on Landry. Reed kind of seemed to get Landry around the top head region as Landry looks a little distressed and makes eye contact with her head coach.
Yeah, I thought maybe some sort of blown whistle was going to get called there. Maybe either jump ball, foul, I don't know, anything, honestly.
Pittsburgh will throw it in right in front of Labette County's assistant coaches. 5:22 first half, 13-12 Pittsburgh. Ball is in, clock runs. Harrett, top of the key. Pittsburgh's had the ball a long time this possession due to a Labette County travel and a tipped pass. Now Pittsburgh nearly throws it away as it's a timeout for Pittsburgh as Jackie Hall was near half court being suffocated. And we'll keep it here and thank our sponsors for allowing our job to be possible. Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Labette Health, Woodworth Enterprises, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Gilmore, Newland, and Ray, Labette Bank, the Bartlett Co-op, and Labette Center for Mental Health Services. And we would like to invite you to stay tuned for the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show. Ian, Lady Grizzlies trail by a point. They'll be playing defense here out of the break with 5:10 left in the second quarter. Just been kind of sloppy. Hopefully Labette County can hang around and start to maybe build a lead either before halftime or in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's not like Labette County's offense has been bad at all. It's just nothing has been seeming to fall for them, as well as their defense hasn't been bad at all. Just Pittsburgh's been able to keep up with us. So it's just kind of been a back and forth game, and their pick and roll has been really great too.
Labette County does get a nice steal here on a post-entry pass attempt from Hall to Reed. Reed has given Labette County problems, but Rexwinkle double teams there nicely. Addison in the corner, holds the ball above her head with both hands, rotates it. Good pass inside to Boswell. It's a little high, and out of bounds it goes. Turnover, Grizzlies.
Yeah, that's just kind of how it's been for Labette County. Is we see something inside, we throw it down into our post player, and just a ball or it's turned over, and it's kind of just been unfortunate for Labette County because they've been really good looks, just haven't been able to capitalize on them.
Pittsburgh wants to get their largest lead. They've led by one a couple times, but no more than that. Hitting the deck hard is Hotsy. Who's going to pick it up? Pittsburgh does.
Labette County ball.
But she was out of bounds. It was Harrett on the fight. And checking in is Hall for Pittsburgh. She will replace Alyssa Hotsey, who's hurt but kind of laughing. So maybe she collided kneecaps or something, I don't know. But she seems okay. Here's Rex Winkle, left wing. Into the paint they go. Right back to Jones. Vollmer doesn't like it. Jones fires and misses, but a foul's called on Pittsburgh prior to the shot. That's on Ava Harrett. First team foul for Pittsburgh, and the first on Harrett.
Yeah, I think this is honestly a slow possession for Labette County.
Landry misses a three-point shot in the corner. Rebound Pittsburgh. Here goes Hall, unguarded at the rim, misses with the left. Rebound tipped out, and it goes to Hertrick for the Dragons. Harrett, the point guard, comes to collect. 4 minutes, second quarter, 13-12 Pittsburgh. Set to check back in is Alyssa Hotsey, stretching both those legs. I'm not sure what she injured, but she appears to be okay. And we have a foul on Labette County as Kaiten O'Brien will check in here off this dead ball, as that's the second on Landry O'Brien for Labette County.
Second personal, second team foul.
Yeah, as Kaiten O'Brien will check in again for Addison Rexwinkle.
And for the Purple Dragons, number 22, Alyssa Hotsey.
It just kind of seems like Labette County hasn't been playing their ball right now in this ball game. It kind of seems like Pittsburgh's got everything under control, honestly.
Yeah, both teams have played sloppy, but it feels like Pittsburgh has played sloppier but prettier. But Landry O'Brien will be fouled on a free throw, or I'm sorry, on a layup, goodness, off of a steal, and she'll go to the line to try to tie or give Labette County back the lead, as that was on Hotsey, her first, and the team's second with 3:30 left in the half. Landry for the tie. She hits it, as Landry had a huge free throw a week ago tonight at Fort Scott to complete a 12-point comeback late fourth quarter to tie the game at Fort Scott, as she ties the game here. Second free throw for the lead is good. (14-13) Grizzlies. 3:30 first half. Pittsburgh crosses the timeline. They go into Reed. Ball's tipped by Boss and forces Reed to adjust. She'll collect it and kick it back out to Hotsey. She'll pivot on her left leg and give it to Hall, who's open for three. Missed it left. Board fought for, goes to Landry. Labette County needs a 4 or 5-0 run in. Landry loses it. Tipped about, but Labette County has it. Then Davis has it stolen. She's on the deck, and now Pittsburgh has it. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how you commentate. And then Pittsburgh fumbles the ball on their side as well, and so Labette County will retain possession. Maybe that ball is a little slick right now, or sweaty, or water got on it. Seems like nobody can get a hold of it.
Something must have happened. Yeah, it's a low-scoring game, and kind of been that way because both teams have turned it over 20 times. Here's Aubrey Boss wide open underneath and scores it. Landry O'Brien with a feed from half court to Boss for two. 16-13 Grizzlies, 2:40 first half. A couple more stops and you're up by 8 or so, Ian, as Pittsburgh steps out. Turnover, Purple Dragons. This is a big 2 minutes, 30 seconds for Labette County, for both teams.
I was just about to say that is Labette County, this is where they start getting momentum. As momentum's building up on their side, this is where you start capitalizing on your offensive possessions and start scoring the ball and causing pressure on Pittsburgh.
This is a big week for a 12-6 Lady Grizzly team that's won 5 of their last 6 games. Top of the key, Landry, couple dribbles with her dominant right hand, goes to Kaiten. One arm flip inside, a poor election there by our senior. Up ahead on the steal, Harrett with the left hand scores. 16-15, Pittsburgh trails Labette County by a point. Minute 50, second quarter. Landry drives, kicks it to Kaiten with an open floater. Short. Oh, it fell. Looked like it was going to be short, but it falls pure. 18-15 Grizzlies. Minute 38, second quarter. A couple stops, Ian, and you're right where you want to be at half.
Yeah, definitely get some pressure on their ball handlers, causing some turnovers. It'll be good for half.
Hall misses a three in the corner and a foul on Pittsburgh going the other way. That's the team's third, as Hall has had 3 or 4 wide open threes that typically she'll hit 1 or 2, but fortunately for the Grizzlies, she's missed most of them tonight.
Yeah, I think Libby Poole checked in for Andrea O'Brien.
Labette County up 3, and a travel is going to be called on Aubrey Boss, who just couldn't slow her momentum, as a 5-point lead is like a monster under the bed for our Grizzlies, who have had 2 or 3 straight chances to go up just that margin. Pittsburgh with the ball, a good double team by Labette. Here's Hall cracking open baseline. Reverse layup is good with the right hand. That's a pretty move by one of the better players in the SEK.
Yeah, that's just a tough finish at the rim for Jacqueline Hall.
Jones with a tough baseline J. It's strong. Boss with the board, shoots it high off the glass and scores it. Aubrey Boss, very wise not to bring the ball down. She kept it high and shot it.
Yeah, Aubrey Boss having a pretty good game herself down in the post by getting some rebounds and some putbacks for Labette County.
30 seconds, second quarter, 20-17, Pittsburgh. Near the logo at midcourt is Harrett. This is a methodical Pittsburgh team that is extremely well coached by Dalton Gromer. 12 seconds, second quarter. Now down to 8. This is a big play here. Here's a drive for Harrett. Open space, blocked by Davis. Jaden Davis gets her right Grizzly paw on the ball, and that keeps Labette County's lead at 3. However, there's still 4 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, as Kinsley Boss does check it for her sister Aubrey Boss. But like you said, 4 seconds, anything can happen in 4 seconds. They can get a good shot off as well.
Harrett to inbound, ball goes in, caught, clock runs, Hotsy for the tie, misses it, buzzer sounds. As Coach Vollmer just kind of looks at the scoreboard and grimaces just a little bit, as Pittsburgh just kind of does this to visiting teams, Ian. They make it sloppy and force you to win ugly. 20-17, good guys at half. Back in 3 minutes with the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show.
as we bring you back to Pittsburgh High School, where the Lady Grizzlies lead by 3 at halftime, 20-17. And so I'm going to read off the stats for you real quick, as Kane O'Brien has 10 for Labette County right now, and she leads the way with 10. And then right behind her is Aubrey Boss with 6. And then Landry O'Brien and Nevaeh Jones with 2 points. And for Pittsburgh, you have Jacqueline Hall with 8 points. Reed with 5 points, who's been really dominant down in the post for Pittsburgh. And then you have White and Harrett with 2 points each. So a really close game, tight game here in the halftime, 20-17. Just Labette County has kind of played sloppy and has turned the ball over, and Pittsburgh's just stuck with us throughout the game. And I mean, honestly, anything can happen in this ball game. It kind of seems like one team might get momentum at some point and just a turnover, and then it seems like another team gets momentum at some point and then a turnover, and then you think they're going to score on that, and they don't. So it's just kind of been sloppy for both teams, and no team has honestly looked the best right now, and it could go down as a 50-50 game, honestly, and who wins this ball game. So a lot of games still left to play, honestly, and I've said in the past, Labette County girls are a lot better in the second half, so let's see if that is true come to this game, because I haven't said that very often just because the girls have been playing pretty phenomenal, but I just hope that they come out in the second half and do a lot better and show that they are a lot better than what they've been playing like in this first half.
Yeah, as we talked a lot about in the pregame show, and about how Pittsburgh forces teams to win ugly here. Should you beat them, of course, that is. You don't want to lose ugly, that's for sure. But yeah, there's no magic, there's no voodoo in the air that makes a team play bad here. It's just kind of what some teams tend to do at home. They play a little better. Some gyms are tougher to shoot in. And so it's not like this second half is a guarantee to be a struggle. We're not trying to allude, or I'm not trying to allude, that it's just, it's going to be ugly, we're not going to play good. Labette County still has 16 minutes of game time, a whole halftime break with a coach like Coach Vollmer to button some things up, come out, and if you go on an 8-0 run out of the gate, you're up 13 or 11. So if you can just find a way to get up 10-11, then let's see how Pittsburgh responds. I'm really curious to see how the first few minutes of the third quarter goes, because it's either going to be close or maybe Labette County gets up 6 or 8 points. I'm not trying to discredit Pittsburgh. They certainly have the capabilities to get up 6, 8, or 10. I'm not saying they don't, but it still feels like Labette County is the better team and the one that might go up by 8 rather than Pittsburgh. But we shall see, Ian. Stranger things have happened, particularly on the road. As we talked about the magnitude of these 2 games this week, our Grizzlies want to host a sub-state game. That would be so much fun, and I think this team has a great shot to go to Salina, and it starts this week.
I think that honestly, like you said before, this is a really big week for Labette County girls, honestly, if they want to get home field advantage for sub-state and to play at home, where Labette County girls have been playing phenomenal at. This doesn't seem like they can miss at home, honestly. And so if they want to get that chance to play at home, they got to get 2 really good wins. And honestly, if it's ugly, if it's an ugly win, it's an ugly win. A win is a win. But when it comes to sub-state and time for that, I think that's where you need to turn it around and start playing a lot better and show how you have been playing earlier in the season, middle season, and how you have been playing recently as well. I think that in this second half for Labette County, what they need to do is get their defense more involved, because that's what causes so many teams to just fear our team, is just because how good our defense is and how much pressure they put on teams and how well they execute their half-court press, full-court, three-fourths court press. It's just that causes a lot of problems for teams, and we haven't seen that be implemented in this game too much. So honestly, I think Vollmer might change some stuff up during halftime. Vollmer's a great coach. She knows what she's doing, and she'll make things turn around in the second half.
As I just want to give a quick shout out, I believe Coach Gromer of Pittsburgh, I hope I'm pronouncing that last name right, Dalton Gromer, I believe he was the JV coach a handful of years ago. And I'm not sure if this is his first or second year, forgive me, exclusively doing varsity head girls basketball. But he's done a great job with this program. They have some quality wins over the last month and a half of play. He's really rallied his girls well, and you can see how he orchestrates his offense, how they listen, how they respect him. And so I've kind of noticed, because I think he coached JV years ago when I was in high school or a few years ago, whatnot. And just to see him kind of go through that process and now get to be the head coach of the Varsity Dragons is just kind of cool to see. So I just wanted to give him a quick shout out. So 2 great head coaches going at it in their young tenures at their respective schools. 20-17, Labette County at the break. 90 seconds until the second half begins. This has been your Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show. Back in a minute with the second half. "12 seconds and ticking before the second half begins here in Pittsburgh, where the Lady Grizzlies lead 20-17 over Pittsburgh. And they'll switch ends of the floor. So Pittsburgh will work the floor left to right and Labette County right to left.
It's Purple Dragon basketball to start the second half.
At least from our angle. Maybe we're on the other side. It's the other way around.
Sorry?
On the other side, it's the other way around. It's right to left.
Yeah, our right to left. I guess I should say that. Thank you for making me clarify. 20-17. Lady Grizzlies in front. We'll see how this goes here. Ball goes to the corner for Pittsburgh. Now they go inside to White. She'll face, fire, and have it blocked from behind by Jones. Boss got a finger on it too, I believe. Positive start for Labette County defensively. Jones left wing. Pittsburgh in a 2-3 zone. Jones. Landry O'Brien in front of her bench. Jabs left, goes right. Skip past Rexwinkle. Left open, but pulls it down. Caton, baseline drive, dump down to Boss, throws it away. Harrett, left to right. Pass up ahead, Hall catches it, shoots, misses. Rebound Boss, but it goes out off of Jorge. No, Boss. And it'll stay with Pitt. Seven minutes, 6 seconds, third quarter. Labette County by 3. Harrett tosses, Hall for the tie. Short, dies off the front, but goes right to Reed. Back to Hall off the carom, drives, uncontested layups, good. Coach Vollmer very displeased.
Yeah, just not the defense that we've been seeing in previous games for Labette County.
Caton O'Brien with the fake pass, and her shot is no good. Hall, left to right. 6:40, third quarter. Pitt looking to reclaim the lead. She'll bobble, kick it out. Jorge, she'll drive, floater, good. Pittsburgh leads by 1. Landry will throw it away. She was looking for Caton, and it was just out of sorts and too high. And Pittsburgh will have the ball back up by 1 now on a 4-0 run in the first minute and a half.
Yeah, Labette County is just playing really sloppy right now. And like we said in the halftime show is a sloppy win's a sloppy win, but Labette County still has to play good enough to get that win.
Landry O'Brien with an amazing swat and save from it going out of bounds, and then Nevaeh Jones drives and is fouled going up, and she will shoot 2. Landry O'Brien with, up to this point, the defensive play of the game. She swatted that ball so hard it started to tumble out of bounds. Pittsburgh didn't go for it because they thought it was going to go out. But Landry saved it with some extra juice from her legs as Nevaeh misses the first. That's 3 personal fouls on Jorge. Jones for the tie, misses both. Landry fights a little extra for the board, but no whistle is in. Long pass for Pittsburgh goes out of bounds, as Pittsburgh has certainly helped Labette County the other way around stay within 1 or 2, as Pittsburgh could be up 5 or 6, Ian.
Yeah, I honestly could be either way for teams, for both of these teams here, as one team just turns over, the other team turns it over.
Landry passed it up to Nevaeh, who missed the layup, and then Pittsburgh throws it right away again. Pass goes in between the fingers of Alyssa Hotze. So Labette County will have the ball back down by 1 with 5:54 left in the third.
Allie Martin will check in for Nevaeh Jones.
Caton will bring it up, throw it behind Rex Winkle, who saves it. She's trapped, turns and flings it. Martin to Caton backside, gets to the cup but picks her dribble up, finds Martin off the reverse. Landry at the top, sheds her defender, drives left wing, pulls up from 12, missed it short, backside board on the deck. Rex Winkle off the glass, no. There's Boss, and she is fouled. Labette County showing a little bit of grit here as they'll maintain possession. That's 2 team fouls this quarter on Pittsburgh. Labette County yet to commit a crime.
Yeah, maybe Labette County needs to be a little bit more aggressive on defense. Not having any fouls is kind of surprising, because Labette County usually is fouling or having a hand in there and swiping out a ball.
Right, as Pittsburgh is doing just that as they tip a ball out of bound for Labette County. Caton O'Brien, the senior guard for Labette, set to throw it in. Finds Landry at the top, wants a 3, missed it strong. Boss skies for the board and collects it. Outlet to Caton. Labette County doing all they can to get back this lead. Landry left open, pulls the trigger again, and hits! Labette County goes up by 2. Landry O'Brien with a relentless trigger.
Yeah, definitely was something that Labette County needed here. Just needs to take that as momentum and ride it.
Landry gets a steal, well-read pass. Labette up 2 now with the ball. My, how the turntables. To Kinsley in the corner, top of the key Rex Winkle, extra pass Caton, she'll drive, Karam, lose it, picked up by Boss, and she's fouled. Kinsley Boss doing great, great things on the floor.
Foul starts at number 20.
As Aubrey Boss for Labette County will check in for Kinsley Boss.
Entering the game for the Grizzlies, number 31, Aubrey Boss. And for the Purple Dragons, number 11, Sophia Hertrick.
Caton throws it in to the corner. Landry wants another 3, gets another 3! Labette County goes up 5. Landry O'Brien with back-to-back 3s. Big possession for Pittsburgh. Oh, Labette County gets beat back, but they missed the layup. Rebound Boss, outlet to Landry. Do I smell a Pittsburgh timeout? Caton in the corner, holds the ball above her head. Martin with a dump. Oh, it's stolen. Here's Pittsburgh with it, trying to break the stingy press, and they get it to their point guard. Hall misses one off the glass. There's White, and she'll miss. It went down and out twice. 4 minutes, third quarter. Labette County up 5. Caton saves the ball from going out to Boss. Here's Landry for her 8th straight point. Misses it. Rebound fought for. Hall has it. Pittsburgh left to right. Right hand to the block, off the glass, no good. Labette County has it again, and they might slow things down this time. Here's Landry O'Brien.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. It's been a lot of up and down basketball for both teams here.
Caton, skip past Landry, left wing, has back-to-back 3s for the Grizzlies. Rex Winkle in the corner. Martin wants to face, turns and kicks. Caton sheds a defender, pulls up from 6, and hits! Labette County leads by 7, 3:15 third quarter. Labette County is walking on hardwood, and Pittsburgh is walking on thin ice. They have the ball. It's intercepted. Landry O'Brien came to play in quarter number 3. Right to left, Landry gets to the cup, shoots, scores! Labette County goes up 9. T.O. Pitt, 2:55 third quarter. Coach Gromer wants a word, and Landry O'Brien has 8 third quarter points. We are going to be back, and let's see, we'll take a full minute here on KLKC.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
Unbelievable! Sparklight is unveiling unlimited internet for just $25 a month. Get reliable 100 meg internet for just $25 a month for 12 months with unlimited data. That's unlimited internet. Call 877-469-3057 or visit sparklight.com/savings. Sparklight, a new breed in high speed.
Pittsburgh with the basketball. We will see how the Lady Purple Dragons respond after Labette County went up 9 and they throw it away. Turnover Pittsburgh. Coach Gromer kind of looks at the official like, wasn't that a blocking foul? But the ref says, that was good defense. Turnover Pittsburgh, 2:44 third quarter.
Yeah, honestly, it was just good defense from Reagan Roberts there as her hands were just straight up and the person with the ball just ran right into her chest.
Yeah, right. 2:38 third quarter, 30-21 Labette County. Jaden Davis in the game with a whip to Landry underneath the cup, shoots and misses a toughie. Reagan Roberts with a big board. Ball is on the deck, fought for. Jump ball is the call, and it'll stay with the Grizzlies. As Ian, would you tell us the 5 on the floor?
Yeah, the 5 for Labette County is Caden O'Brien, Landry O'Brien, Jaden Davis, Reagan Roberts, and Aubrey Voss.
Pittsburgh had the lead a little while ago, and Labette County went on a run on the back of Landry O'Brien. Wow! Jaden Davis with the bucket plus the foul. She turned and just heaved it and got it to go, plus the whistle. Labette County leads by 11, and Jaden Davis is at the free throw line.
Number 42, Jaden Davis.
Jaden's and one is missed strong. Boss tips it to Roberts, who misses. There's Boss underneath. She'll score. Wow. Reagan Roberts off the bench with 2 big-time plays. Labette County leads by 11. Underneath they go to Reed. Jaden Davis steals it and steps out of bounds. Labette County leads by 13, 34-21. As Jaden stepped out, and it'll go to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh with 4 team fouls this quarter. Labette County with 0, and both O'Brien sisters have 2, and have since halftime, I think.
Yeah, honestly, that's just pretty good because sometimes they're both in foul trouble.
That's what happened to us at Chanute when we took that loss to the Blue Comets there before Christmas. They both fouled out with still a few minutes left in the game. 2:04 third quarter. 34-21 Labette County with a huge response in an ugly game here at Pitt. Hall with a drive, Hall with a floater, misses it, rebound JD. That's Jaden Davis, for those that might not understand. Reagan Roberts on the right wing. Nice. Down low to Aubrey Boss, and she scores it. That is a perfect seal from Aubrey Boss, and she finishes it. Labette County by 15, 95 seconds, third quarter.
Who would have thought Labette County would be up 15 in this game? from the start of this game.
I know it. As we'll get a box score total, Ian is keeping score tonight. Hall for 3. They need it, and they won't get it. Didn't hit anything, and Labette County will have the ball. I'm telling you, I don't know who will win, but as of now, this was a huge response by Labette County in a game that if they want to host, got to win it.
Yeah, huge third
I
quarter
guarantee.
from Labette County, and just looks really great as Aubrey Boston will get a pitch inside and finish for Labette County. She's having a great game.
Yeah, she's playing very well. Kinsley's played good defensively, and Aubrey's played well offensively. Hall in prison, heaves it. Roberts gets her fingers on it. Reagan Roberts with big minutes here in the third. 38-21, Labette County, 56 seconds, third quarter. As just minutes ago, and literally minutes, Coach Vollmer, I remember, Pittsburgh took the lead, turned around, she looked angry, and now you look at that same scoreboard and that same coach, and we're up 17, and she's not quite as angry, Ian.
Yeah, I think throwing Reagan Roberts in there helped out a lot because she's been playing phenomenal for Labette County as well.
Pittsburgh misses a three-point shot. Labette County gets the rebound. Something they've done well this quarter as well is defensive rebounding. We'll see if they hold for one shot. It's been a masterful third quarter. They go to Boss. Landry pulls the trigger again. Strong, but it was good 99% of the way. And then Landry runs into Harrett pretty firmly. Or I'm sorry, that's Hotsey. As Landry looks a little guilty.
House call in number 23, Landry O'Brien.
As Hotsey, I just now sees a little bit shaken up. As she took one earlier, Ian, she hurt her knee or something earlier, and now she's going to gamper off the floor as Landry hit her going for the rebound. Landry reads a pass, but it's too high for her to steal. Pittsburgh needs to score before the end of the third. Hall underneath, gets the left-hand layup to go. They needed that. Landry up ahead with 4 seconds to Caton. 3 seconds. Good bounce pass. Davis at the buzzer. Oh, it was too strong. That would have been icing on the cake, but this is still a game. 38-23. Labette County's in a much more favorable position, but still 8 minutes to play on the road. That fantastic response from your LC Grizzlies. 1 minute break on KLKC. Labette County playing defense here to open up the fourth quarter where they lead Pittsburgh 38-23. Ian, what was the scoring totals here after this possession? As Hall shoots a three, misses it, rebound Jaden Davis. As one moment, Ian, here's Landry up ahead, pulls up from the right elbow, misses it, strong rebound Pittsburgh. What do you have for us?
Yeah, I have Aubrey Boss at 12 points for this ball game. Kaden O'Brien with 12 as well, and then I think Landry O'Brien has 10.
As Jorge scored a right-hand bucket, but it was a charge call on Jorge. As what was the third quarter totals?
I have 18-6. What a great third quarter for Labette County. And you have 3 players as well in double digits for you as well.
As Labette County will throw it away and give it back to Pittsburgh, as we do not want to get too bubbly quite yet. as that is 4 fouls, that charge on Ana Jorge, as she just hasn't been able to stay out of foul trouble. Hotsy back in the game. She's been injured twice in this one. 7:15 fourth quarter, 38-23 Grizzlies. Pittsburgh with it, and a steal. Caton, left-handed flip to Landry, under the bucket, shoots and scores.
Yeah, Lebec County's have been playing a lot better in the second half. A lot better defense as well. We've seen this full court press get to Pittsburgh as well, but they've also been able to break it quite easily as well. But just Lebec County's been able to score, and they've looked a lot better on offense and defense. As Nevaeh Jones, Kinsley Boss, Addison Rexman will check in the ball game for Landry O'Brien, Jaden Davis, and Reagan Roberts.
40-23 Grizzlies. 6:50 in the game here at Pittsburgh. This was a 3-point Grizzly advantage at half, and they've outscored them 20-6 since then. Missed shot by Hall goes to Caton O'Brien. 6:30 fourth quarter. Rex Winkle left wing in front of her own bench. Flips it to the right wing. 2 Grizzlies are open underneath, as there have been big cavities in Pittsburgh's defense on the backside. Caton with a dump down to Boss, shoots, is hit firmly but no foul, then gets a steal and scores it. She's been unbelievable. Oh, that was Kinsley.
Yeah,
which she's been great too. I don't want to discredit that. I thought it was Aubrey, as she has 12 and Kinsley has two now, as White scores for Pittsburgh to make it a 17-point game with 6 minutes left in the fourth. Ball goes into Kinsley Boss. Boss twins have been fantastic this game, complemented each other greatly, as a jump ball will go to Lebec County here.
Substitution for the Grizzlies, number 30, Allie Martin.
Yeah, and Allie Martin will check into the game for Aubrey Boss. So 5:45 remaining in this fourth quarter with plenty of time left in it for Pittsburgh to still make some ruckus, but Lebec County's been playing great, as Kinsley Boss will drive to the rim and finish with a great layup.
The Boss twins are so good at using their body on the block, and to see them take a high-low ball to the cup, that scares me, or it should scare you rather if you're an opponent. Here's a drive for White. She'll miss the layup. Pittsburgh's had a few of those just not quite go their way, and Lebec County has the ball up 19 with 5:10 left in the game. Here's a drive for Kinsley. Scored on a drive on the last possession. She's at the high post, kicks it to Caton. Somebody was open, but she didn't see her. Here's a good dump from O'Brien to Martin, who's fouled, but nothing's called. And another offensive rebound goes to Lebec County. And a foul on Pittsburgh will send Nevaeh Jones to the line. And this game has opened up.
Foul's called on number 20, Gabby White.
Yeah, just definitely a different Lebec County team we've seen in the second half. Just a better, well-rounded team as well. And it just seems like things have been clicking a lot better as Nevaeh Jones will miss her first free throw attempt.
As Lebec County has struggled from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah,
it feels like it.
Two of 8, 2 of 7.
Nevaeh does make her second. So 2 of 8 from the free throw line. Nevaeh makes that one to make it 3 for 9, I'm guessing. As Lebec County leads by 20 with 4:50 left. Timeout, Coach Vollmer. It's a full timeout. We'll thank some sponsors and then send it for a break. Lebec Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Tank Connection, Wood Insurance Center, USD 506, the Corner Store of Altamont, Olson Ace Hardware, and SEK Orthopedics, Doctors Mosier and Meister. Grizzlies on a run here in the second half, up 20 with 4:50 left. Back in 30 seconds with the rest of Lady Grizzly basketball. Lady Grizzlies playing some defense here as Pittsburgh just throws the ball in fresh out of the break. Hotsey leaves the ground to get it, and will dribble left to right, picked up by Rexwinkle, now doubled by O'Brien, and throws it away. Turnover, Pittsburgh. At halftime, this game was 20-17. As Nevaeh Jones makes a three-point shot. I'm sorry for missing the call on that, Nevaeh. My apologies, my friend. I was trying to look at the point totals, and Nevaeh drains a three. 48-25, Labette County almost with another steal, but a jump ball will be the signal, and it'll stay with Pittsburgh. As it was 20-17 at half, and now it's 48-25, Ian.
Yeah, an 18-6 third quarter definitely does not help Pittsburgh out either, and scoring the ball has been a problem for them as our defense has just played a lot better in the second half, and it's been causing them a lot of difficulty. As we said in the halftime show, is that's what teams seem to have the hardest against us, is our defense playing so well.
4 minutes, fourth quarter. Hall with a little step back. She hasn't been able to get loose. She misses it. Rebound, Kinsley Boss. Everyone has chipped in uniquely, but the Boss twins have protruded from the rest, in my opinion. Landry's been great, but those Boss twins have just been extra gritty in this half.
Yeah, I like how you said it earlier, how they have been complementing each other very well, and that's certainly what they've been doing in this ball game.
Labette County wants to add to their big second half. Rexwinkle in the corner to Nevaeh, right wing. Head fakes on a three, flips it to Caton. A well-read steal here for Jorge, left to right. She'll hang, fire, miss, and it's tipped out by Martin, and will stay with Pittsburgh. Into the game for Pittsburgh is number 5, Briley Mantooth, the freshman for Pittsburgh. She will replace White. 3:19 fourth quarter, 48-25, Labette County. Hall, right to left, shoots a floater, missed it strong, and a foul going the other way on Pittsburgh. Labette County entered the week in 5th place in the East region of Sub-State for 4A. That's the third on Reed, as they'll, should they win this, move to 13-6 and not drop. That's key.
Yeah.
As here's Caton up ahead, and she'll lay it in. 25-point Labette County lead. Pittsburgh didn't get back fast enough, and a foul on Rexwinkle here as Hall was riding the baseline. Or the sideline, rather.
First personal, second team foul. Entering the game for the Grizzlies, number 21.
Libby Poole will check in the game for Addison Rexwinkle as Labette County goes up by 25.
Hall left open for three, but misses it off to the left. The senior just hasn't quite been able to rip those cords, but just a few times tonight. 50-25 Labette County with the lead and the ball. This was a 3-point game at the halftime break. 2:38 fourth quarter. Nevaeh Jones near the half-court line to Caton left wing. Closed out on well to Martin in the corner, looking for the post up. It's not there, and they're content burning some clock. Now Caton drives inside the pool. No travels called. Martin pulls up and hits.
Yeah, just a good shot from Martin. As I thought Libby Poole may have traveled down there. She was kind of getting shoved a little bit, but no call.
2:10 fourth quarter, 25-52 Pittsburgh. Hall off a screen, left hand dump down is complete to Jorge. Nothing's there. Here's Reed. Hotsey. Jorge hacked and fouled. That's on Poole, the team's third, and her first, I believe. And it'll be 2 free throws for Anna Jorge. That is Libby's first with 1:58 left in the game. First free throw's no good by Jorge, and if you're unfamiliar, stay tuned for the boys' game immediately after this one. There will be no break in the broadcast in terms of the live stream.
As some people will check in the ball game. Addison Rexwinkle checks in, as well as Jaden Davis and I think Reagan Roberts. Well, she was already out there. But Jorge does make her second free throw attempt.
Labette County by 26, and they throw it away, trying to break Pittsburgh's press. As it's kind of fun to sit a little closer to the bench because you get to see some things that typically you wouldn't see. Like Landry O'Brien's looking at Coach Vollmer going, please, please. And I'm assuming she's wanting Coach Vollmer to maybe put somebody in or something. And Coach looked at Landry and said, no.
Probably,
So who knows?
Probably Anna Cantrell.
Oh, okay. As Cantrell had great minutes there a week ago, or at home against, I forget who it was. Chanute. She hit a 3 and did well. So
had
maybe
some
they'll
good
get
blocks
to
in
come
there
in.
as well.
As Pittsburgh does miss a shot, Labette County has it again. They lead by 26 with 1:30 left in the fourth. Hotsy says this thing ain't over yet, and she'll get a steal, shoot, and miss it. Rebound, Libby Poole, way to stick with it by Poole, and then Roberts is fouled off the rebound. That's the fourth as a team on Pittsburgh.
House call on number 22, Alyssa Hotsy.
Yeah, definitely has been quite a struggle for Pittsburgh to score in this ball game, as Emery Baker and Madison Bevins will check in the ball game for Labette County in place of Allie Martin and Addison Rexwinkle.
52-26. Labette County, 1:10 left in the fourth. Davis holds the ball high above her head. Baker on the low post. Roberts left wing. Labette County playing catch here. Dump down to Baker's complete, but she steps out. She had to kind of gather her feet and step widely and then hit the purple baseline. Ava Harrett back in the game for Pittsburgh with 58.9 seconds left in the game. Labette County leads by 26. Wow.
Yeah, I honestly did not expect them to win this game by 26. Say they do it if they do win by 26. But honestly, it was a shock, despite the first half of how poor Labette County played. Honestly,
3-point shot is put up and good, and a foul on Labette County, I think. So Pittsburgh might keep possession, as we'll see exactly what the situation declares. The basket is good, and then it's a foul on Pittsburgh. So perhaps the shot was in the air before the foul. Not sure how you rule that, but that's my best shot at it. As that, well?
no, I think the foul was.
Or yeah, it would have been on the foul. Yeah, the foul was on Pittsburgh. I'm not sure what I said. That was kind of weird. That's the fourth on Reed. 29-52, Labette County in front. 32 seconds left in the game. Roberts, one dribble and a kick to Poole. We'll see if Labette County can get some bench points here tonight, or more bench points rather. Libby Poole to Davis at the free throw line, to Bevins underneath, gets her man to bite, misses the layup, and it's going to be picked up and ripped away by Jorge. Left to right goes Jorge, pulls up from 8, misses, rebound Poole with 6 seconds left, and then Labette County throws it away with 5.4 left.
Yeah, Labette County's defense in the second half played a lot better than the first half. I'll definitely say that, but Labette County just seemed to have a different mindset in the second half to play a lot better and everything else.
Pittsburgh misses a 3-point shot at the buzzer, and Labette County completes a dominant second half where they outscore Pittsburgh 32-12 in the second half. It was 20-17 at the break, and it's 52-29 the final score. That is what good teams do, and your Grizzlies are a good team. We will be back in 3 minutes with the Bowen Pharmacy post-game show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please.
Thank you, Amanda, as we welcome in Coach Vollmer of the victorious Lady Grizzlies that you referred to, Amanda. As Coach, it's senior night here, and so you're joining us a little earlier just because we have a little more time this evening. Coach, that's a good second half, and the road to a successful sub-state doesn't start next week. It started this week.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
That was huge.
It was a huge half, and I mean, we told the girls that everybody's playing for their lives right now, and they're gonna. We need to play for our lives too. You know, every game's important, every point is important at this point, and most of all, you know, how are we playing going into our postseason?
Yeah.
And you know, no pressure, no diamonds, and I want my kids to be in constant pressure situations and be able to handle that. So I don't want to hide that from them. I think as coaches, you know, like, oh, should we talk about that? Yep, we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about, you know, everyone's important. What does that mean for us? And control your own destiny at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And at this point in the season, we've got to control our own destiny because you never know. You never know what it's going to come down to. And we did that, and I think this was a great test for us. We talked about that in the locker room. We want pushback. We want teams to force us to have to adjust and make some changes, and we had to do that. I think Pittsburgh's a great basketball team, and they're playing really good basketball right now towards the end of their season, as they should. And, you know, Jacqueline Hall is one of the best guards in our league, and we had to handle her. We had to make some adjustments. There's insanely athletic. I mean, forward, you can just jump out of the gym. So it was a really good test for us, and we're going to need that at some point in time.
Yeah, and playing Atchison on Friday, a wild card, like you said in postgame with John. You might see one next. Is it Tuesday? I'm not trying
Tuesday.
to get you to look ahead. Okay.
No, we'll play Tuesday. Girls play Tuesday, Friday. The boys will play Wednesday, Saturday.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, so two really nice games, and you still have one more at Coffeyville on Friday. That can always be a toughie. But boy, Coach, yeah, that second half was a blast to watch. Landry O'Brien kind of kick-started it with 8 points there in the third. But Aubrey Boss did some good things too.
Yes, absolutely. And I think as a coach, it's a good problem to have, but sometimes you never know what lineup or what group's going to do their job. I thought Reagan Roberts came in and played some huge minutes. And, you know, we said, hey, Reagan's in a lot when we make runs, and you know, it was just a great run. We got tons of deflections. We weathered the storm, so to speak, is what we talk about all the time, weather the storm, and it's one possession at a time. We can't get ahead of ourselves, and we have a tendency to do that, and we want to score points in a hurry, and when they're not coming in a hurry, we get impatient, and I think we settled in, and we played really smart basketball. I thought Caton played really smart. You can just see it in their eyes. You know, they're ready to play, and I think that's the first time I've left Landry on the floor when she's had 2 fouls, and I think it was an opportunity for her to prove herself, and she's matured, and she was able to stay on the floor, and that's a big mark for her as an athlete to be able to do that, and she proved that tonight, and I'm excited about her, and I'm excited about Friday, and this is a really fun group to coach and watch.
Yeah, same here. Certainly fun to watch. 32-12, Labette County outscored Pittsburgh in the second half. Coach, go chat with your team. Great win tonight.
Thank you. Be safe.
Head coach of the Lady Grizzlies, Brianna Vollmer, as she said beforehand, maybe make this a little bit quicker of an interview, or we agreed to do that rather because her team is in the locker room as I speak, actually, as they watched a little bit of the senior night for Pittsburgh. As some of the girls on our team, I think, are friends with Jackie Hull, so they wanted to watch her walk out for senior night, so we made that interview a little shorter with Coach Vollmer so she could go talk with her team. Again, 52-29, Lady Grizzlies win it, as with there being senior night tonight, it's a little easier to differentiate our boys pregame from our girls postgame. So, Ian, we have a lot more time tonight to chat. We'll go ahead and keep it here and break down ourselves some of that girls game and then send it back for maybe a 4 or 5 minute break, Amanda, before the pregame show for the boys. But, Ian, you outscored Pittsburgh 32-12 in the second half.
Yeah.
And in the first half, you wouldn't have maybe guessed Labette County would ever have the opportunity to win this game by 23 points. But when they busted it, they broke it open big time.
Yeah, definitely, like you said, no one really thought that Labette County was going to win this game by as much as they did. But that second half, like I said during halftime, is they always come back better in the second half. And Coach Vollmer knows what she's doing, and she'll make adjustments, and that's definitely what she did. That that defense was very, very crucial to Pittsburgh in that second half, and only allowing 12 points in both the third and fourth quarters combined, which is a very good thing for Labette County, and definitely scored the ball a lot better in that second half as well, and just things looked really good in that third quarter, and just kind of seemed like things turned around for Labette County in that third quarter, and you knew things were going to go the right way for Labette County as shots were falling, defense was doing really well, and in fourth quarter, just things continued to do very well for Labette County. So just a really good second half performance by Labette County.
Pittsburgh had just 5 field goals made in that second half compared to Labette County that had multiples more than that.
Yeah.
14, so they nearly tripled Pittsburgh up on the field goals made, and boy, did that reflect on the scoreboard, because that tells the tale of their defense, like you said, as well as their offense, and that is what really stretched it for me and really made it hard on Pittsburgh. In the first half, each team was begging the other team to go up 8 or 10, but no one did, because both teams were turning it over again and again and again, and Pittsburgh kind of they didn't turn it over as much in the second half, they just missed more shots, but Labette County capitalized on their opportunities where they didn't in the first half, so that's what made the difference to me. You got the stops, but you scored on the stops in the second half.
Yeah, it's not like Pittsburgh played bad at all in this ball game, and it's not saying Pittsburgh was terrible. Oh, they were not great, but no, like that first half was just really good for Pittsburgh, and them only being down by 3 to our really good Labette County team is very impressive for Pittsburgh. But just that second half got the best of them, and they just couldn't pull things out, and it was just a bad loss in that second half, honestly. If they would have continued that first half like they did in that second half, then I think things would have been a different outcome for them in this ball game.
I typically don't like to take long breaks because I think it doesn't make a broadcast flow as well, but so we're not just sitting here talking about a bunch of thinned out information and trying to find stuff to talk about. We will send it back for a 5-minute break and come back with a full 10 minutes of a Tank Connection pregame show for Labette County Grizzly basketball. Lady Grizzlies win it 52-29 and move to 13-6 on the year. 5-minute break and then the pregame show here on KLKC. to discuss some Grizzly men's basketball with you, as the Lady Grizzlies just picked up a big one in the second half in particular there in that one. As Ian, our Grizzly men are fighting for a spot in Substate. As I spoke with Labette County's athletic director, Sean Price, and he said 17 and 18, this was last week, I talked to him, don't get a spot. So assuming that's true, he would know. We need to fight. We need to get a win this week.
Yeah, I mean, we're at the 17th spot right now, and we're tied with the person in 16th place right now at a record of 2-16. So either we need to win a game or two to solidify that 16th spot, or lose by very little if we don't win any games. Put it the nicest way possible.
As what he's referring to, I don't laugh at that statement. I just think it's kind of weird. So in the sub-state standings, when teams have the same record, the tie is broken based on point margin.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure exactly how it's broken down. But Labette County has the same record as El Dorado at let's see, I'm just going to go ahead and pull it up here for us. So Labette County has the same record as El Dorado at 2-16. You have Paola in 18th at 0-18. Labette County in 17th right now, out of Substate as of right now, at 2-16. And El Dorado in 16th at 2-16. And then Independence at 4-14. So Independence is looking like they might claim one of the second to last places in Substate, but that last seed, that 16th spot, is still up for grabs. And what Ian was referring to was that marginal point differential. So right now, Labette County's marginal points is 9.3, negative 9.3.
Yeah.
And El Dorado's is negative 8.6. Now, for those of you going, I thought I was tuning in to hear a sports broadcast, not Algebra 2. Don't ask me any questions, because I don't understand the marginal points better than anybody. So I think Ian's right, though. It does mean that you want to lose. If you're going to lose, which we certainly want and hope Labette County can win this game tonight. But to explain the scenario, marginal points is you want to try to keep your losses as close as possible or your wins as much as possible to even out that point differential. That's my best crack at it. That's got to be close.
I mean, that sounds pretty good to me, honestly.
But 8 minutes until tip-off. Hopefully we've cleared up some of that mud for you. But Labette County, if they get a win, that makes things a whole lot easier to understand, because El Dorado has to go to Andale tonight, I believe, a team that crushed them at home. So El Dorado may get thumped tonight. So hopefully Labette County can get a win here tonight, fighting for that last sub-state spot. But, Ian, enough with all of that. Labette County is coming off of a game against the #1 team in that East region, Atchison. You were there. I was not. What did you see from Labette County in that loss? What were some of those positives?
Just a very, very difficult time trying to score the ball, kind of like how our girls played in this game as well. In that first half was just a difficult time scoring the ball and trying to get the ball in the basket. Just kind of how Labette County was against Atchison on Friday. But that third quarter was tremendous. We had a really, really great third quarter, and honestly thought that momentum would have kept going into that fourth quarter, but things just kind of stopped, and Labette County just kind of, I don't want to say threw away the game, because I knew that they were trying their hardest out there, but just kind of felt like they just kind of were stuck right there in that moment in that third quarter and couldn't get past it and move it on into that fourth quarter. And things just kind of got out of hands, and Atchison's players stepped up in that fourth quarter to get them that win. And so I think we cut it down to an 11-point deficit at one point, and we were down by maybe like 20. I'm not for sure, but we lost the game by 20. But it was just the score looks a lot worse. If you would have watched it, then it would have been a lot different opinion on it. But just Labette County struggled to make some shots. Third quarter was really great, and then just kind of stopped after that. So hopefully tonight versus Pittsburgh, we can just find a way to score the ball and get things moving around and get the team chemistry looking good.
Nolan Nash had 11 points for Labette County. He was the second leading scorer for the Grizzlies last Friday, as Hudson Baker had 14 and led the team in scoring. All of Nolan's 11 points came in that third quarter, where Labette County did cut it, I believe, to an 11-point Phoenix lead after being down 30-9 at the break. As Labette County, you're not going to win, and they know this, it's just talk, that you're not going to win too many games scoring 9 points in one half.
Yeah.
It's just hard to do.
Yeah.
The best team in the state would struggle to escape with a win if they had 9 points in one half. It's just hard to overcome because you're playing such high-quality opponents. And Labette County's playing another one here tonight with the Purple Dragons, headed up by, arguably, he's in the conversation, the best player in the state of Kansas, Mason English. We will be back in 2 minutes with the rest of the Tank Connection pregame show. Labette County just 3 minutes from tipping off here on the road at Pittsburgh, as Mason English is that opposition tonight that will pose the biggest threat, as he does against every team Pittsburgh faces. The guy just knows how to score the basketball at all three levels. The half-court line, the three-point line, and in the paint. I mean, the guy's so fun to watch. He's poetic. He doesn't move too fast, but man, does he move to the right spots and can pass it like nobody's business. So Labette County, I was told, is going to put Barrett Heston on English and see if our sophomore can give him the best shot at a little bit of struggleness tonight, if you will. So we'll see how Labette County does with Mason English tonight. But I'll tell you what, Ian, we have a fine roster ourselves.
Yeah.
We're long, athletic. Nolan's playing better. And we have maybe the best player in the SEK with Hudson Baker right there.
Yeah, well, besides Mason English, we have Hudson Baker on our team who can definitely cause a lot of problems for Pittsburgh. And we have a lot of good assets on this team as well with Bear Heston. Nolan Nash has been playing really great for us. David Phillips is a really great player. Kagan Bates is a really good ball handler and has really good court vision for us. Just main thing is you got to stop Mason English, and when you do stop him, you got to stop also other people on the team as well. Last time we faced Mason English and the Pittsburgh Dragons, he had 27 against us, which that seems like a lot, but honestly that's pretty good to keep him below 30 in the game, because
right.
he's been dominating right now. I don't know if anybody's been seeing the scores he's been putting up, but 50-plus games, it's been crazy. But But yeah, no, last time we played them, Baker had 17, Phillips had 14, Johnson had 7, Heston had 8. So we had people scoring the ball for us, just not enough scores or not enough points on the board for us to get ahead or get to the point where we need to possibly win the game. So just tonight they need to play good defense, stop English, and stop his pass game as well.
It was a similar game with Atchison as it was against Pittsburgh last, as we trailed 30-17 at halftime against Pittsburgh, and that's just a tough place to be against a really quality opponent in Pittsburgh. So we'll see if Labette County can scratch that ceiling that they obtained that we've talked about all year and give these Purple Dragons a run for their money. While we talk about how our Lady Grizzlies tend to struggle in this gym, our boys tend to play well down the stretch against Pittsburgh. I remember a few years ago, John Redford hit 2 big threes to get Labette County within 2 late in the 4th quarter. And we've put Pittsburgh in some scrappy positions here. So we'll see if Labette County can get out to another hot start and try to flip the pressure a little bit on Mason English and the Purple Dragons. National anthem taking place again back in 2 minutes with the starters and tip-off.
Remove your caps as we honor America.
Starters being rattled off by the PA announcer before us here in Pittsburgh High Gymnasium. As I think, Ian, I do have the starters for Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Hop in if I missed one, but we'll start with the home team, Pittsburgh. Number 0, a 5'6" senior, Joseph Hernandez. Number 23, a 6-foot-tall senior, Joey Cronister. Number 30, a 6'3" senior, Mason English. Number 33, a 6'6" senior, Chase Hembry. And number 35, a 6'3" senior, Nevaeh Jackson. And for Labette County, your Grizzlies are going to be number 3, a 6'4" senior, Xavier Phillips. Number 4, a 5'7" sophomore, Kagan Bates. Number 5, a 6-foot-tall freshman, Nolan Nash. Number 15, a 6'8" senior, Hudson Baker. And number 24, a 6'1" sophomore, Barrett Heston. Head coach for Pittsburgh is Jordan Woods, assisted by Matt Butler, Kylie Rolfs, and Gavin Pitlawani. And for Labette County, head coach is Bradley Argabright, assisted by Brian Tucker and Davey Brown. Those are your starters and your head coaches. Tip-off in 30 seconds. Grizzlies need one if they want to claw for sub-state.
And for the Purple Dragons, the 6'.
Each team getting in one last word with their head coaches. We'd like to thank Tank Connection for making tonight's pregame shows possible as the Purple Dragons take center court and spread throughout the hardwood in their home whites with Pittsburgh written in cursive across the front with purple trim and numbers. Labette County in their road reds with white trim and white numbers outlined in a thin gold stripe. Hudson Baker goes toe-to-toe at the purple Pittsburgh P at midcourt with Mason English. Ball is in the air and English tips it right to the hands of Nevaeh Jackson, and we are underway.
Gonna be a fun one tonight.
Pittsburgh works the floor right to left. Jackson head fakes on a three, ball's on the deck, Bates picks it up. Labette County left to right, and Bates corrals it. Phillips top of the key to Heston in the corner. This is the first possession for Labette County. Heston defended by English, and Barrett defending English on the other end. Here's Bates at the top, extra pass to Nash. Down low they go to Baker, or short corner rather. Good defensive possession to open the game for Pittsburgh. Phillips shoots a three, misses everything. Rebound English.
And not a bad look at all by Phillips. They're just kind of just long off to the left.
Heston closes out on English. English pulls the trigger on a three. Down and out the ball goes. Rebound Xavier Phillips. Outlet to Kagan Bates 1 minute into the game. Ohio is the play call. They might look for Baker here, but he's doubled off the touch. Phillips, he'll want to go to Baker. They go to him. He'll catch it 2 feet from the rim, shoot, and is fouled. As all year long, that Ohio play call has meant we're going to Big Huddy.
House call number 33, Chase Hembry, first personal.
Yeah, I think what you want to do is get that ball down to Hudson and get every defender collapsing in on him and then pop it for a three-point play, or maybe pop it out and pop it back inside for Hudson to score.
Baker does miss the first free throw. The foul was on Chase Hembry. He stands at 6'6", with Hudson standing at 6'8". A good battle down low. Baker shoots the second and misses it as well, down and out. Pittsburgh is going to try to put points on the board for the first time for either team. English puts his butt into Heston, backs him down, and scores a right-handed floater. I watched some of their game against Parsons, and that's something that he does very well, is just back players down that baseline.
That's a good move to have. Nice.
Barrett Heston hits a three-point shot right in front of Pittsburgh's student section, and Labette County leads 3-2. Barrett Heston just plays so strong. English will drive, kick it out. Chronister head fakes, touch floater, short, rebound Phillips. He's got a couple early boards. Long outlet to Heston. Left to right, the Grizzlies stripe it. Nash, top of the key, he'll drive, lose his dribble to Baker. Corner, Phillips launches, way strong. Bates skies and collects. Dump to Baker, he'll turn, lean, and is stripped hard, and a foul on Pittsburgh. And Baker will shoot two more as Labette County leads by 1. That's on Nevaeh Jackson, his first and the team's second.
Yeah, it just kind of seems like Labette County's playing pretty well ball right now, and seems like they're hustling and they're wanting to play to get this win.
Baker misses his first free throw. He's 0 for 3 from the stripe here early.
Definitely will want these free throws back later in the game.
Baker's second is perfect, and his head coach in a turquoise top and a multicolored tie turns and claps as he walks down near the water jugs. 4-2 Labette County, 5:30 first quarter. They go down low. Double team comes. Back out Hernandez, the Coffeyville transfer, good three-point shooter. He'll pull up from 14 and miss, push off on Hembry, but it's not called, and it goes out off of the Dragons. It'll go to Labette County.
Yeah, Labette County's playing really well defense right now and stopping English from scoring so far in this ball game, as well as stopping other people from scoring as well.
5:15 first quarter, 4-2 Grizzlies. They're looking high-low again. They go to the corner to Nash. They go to Baker, short corner, takes a dribble into the chest of Hembry, turns, shoots, misses it, rebound English. That's right there, though. Good look.
Yeah, that was good.
Hernandez, three-point bucket, good. And Pittsburgh leads by 1 with 5 minutes left in the first quarter.
What's going on?
The net down here, as Hernandez made the three-point basket, the net got caught up in the rim, so they stopped play to adjust the net. As, man, I'll tell you, the refs have a lot to look out for.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have seen that for the life of me.
Yeah, not until they came back down here and tried shooting.
Labette County throws it away, as that's a big portion of what we're going to have to do to be advantageous this evening, is not turn the ball over as much as possible. 5-4 Pittsburgh in front, 4:30 first quarter. English at the half-court stripe, he'll break it. Double team by Baker and Heston, then they recover. He'll get it back off the feed. Trying to work on Heston. Shoots a step-back three. That is buried. And Pittsburgh goes up 8-4. Good defense. I'm sure that's not the first time an announcer calling a Mason English game has said that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know how you defend that, honestly. This is a really good shot from a really good player.
Heston tries to answer, missed it short, but it looked good. Baker with the board, leans, fires and misses, gets his own, shoots, bucket, plus the foul. Hudson Baker keeping Labette County in this one inside the paint. It's 8-6 Pittsburgh. Baker with an and one opportunity, and that's 2 on Chase Hembry and 3 on Pittsburgh as a team.
Yeah, 2 on Hembry. He's probably going to come out of the game for number 25, TJ Wesley. They probably could hear that on the radio and live stream.
The PA announcer had fun saying that. TJ Wesley, as Baker buries the free throw to get Labette County within 1. Here's Nash on English. One hand flip to Hernandez. I'm glad he caught it because it would have hit me in the face. English, far corner, trying to back down the freshman. Shoots a tough fader and buries it.
Yeah. That's a good shot again. Really good defense, just a better shot.
Bates will drive, cradle and kick to Heston, right in front of the Purple Dragons bench. English working him hard, pokes it away from behind him, and English gets it back off the save from Chronister. Pass up ahead is intercepted by Hudson. Labette County has it down 3 with 3:15 left in the first, and English gets a steal. He'll try to dunk it and just kind of lay it in. He'll creep it over the front of the rim. Pittsburgh goes up 5.
Yeah, this is where Labette County needs to slow down their offense, get a good shot instead of playing up the Pittsburgh's pace like they want us to and just kind of play our own ball game.
You're exactly right, I think.
Play smart ball.
Dylan Johnson will check in at the next dead ball. Phillips looking for Baker. He'll settle for Barrett in the corner. Now he'll throw it to Hudson over his head and out of bounds, but Hernandez was out of bounds when he intercepted it, so Labette County will maintain possession. Barrett Heston will come out. Dylan Johnson goes in. As Nate Mitchell's in the game for Pittsburgh, he replaces TJ Wesley.
Yeah, really good job by Barrett and beating in the game as Dylan Johnson will get an inbounds play to him underneath the basket and score with the left hand.
Dylan Johnson's very good at finishing around the rim as they run a lot of inbound plays for him. English will drive, get by a couple Grizzlies, and score uncontested, 14-9. Grizzlies trail Pittsburgh with 2:20 left in the first quarter. Barrett Heston will check right back in here in a moment.
Yeah.
They go to Baker, backs down his defender, shoots with the left, scores with the left. Hudson Baker's tough to defend as he scored around Wesley.
Yeah, he's just so lengthy and tall and uses his body very well.
As I said, Wesley had checked out. He's still in. It must have been a different Purple Dragon. Three-point shot is missed by Chronister. Labette County with the ball down 3, minute 50, first quarter. They want to go to Hudson yet again. Phillips at the top. Baker down low, posting on the right block. Wesley with his left hand on Hudson's belly button. Now they go to Nash. Baker trying to get open. Phillips high-low. It's a high pass, but a foul's called on Chronister, as that's another benefit of going to Hudson is he either catches it and scores or maybe gets fouled.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to defend that. You're going to throw your body on him and hope he doesn't catch that and just jump up because they're going to throw the ball high up there and hope he catches it. And Barrett Heston will come in for Nolan Nash.
First foul on Nate Mitchell. Pittsburgh with 14 fouls this quarter. Labette County with 0. It goes into Baker. Phillips, right wing, comes to the heart of the floor. He'll drive, get by a couple Dragons and score. That's a nice athletic play by an athlete, and Pittsburgh's only up by 1, minute 20, first quarter. As here's the first foul committed on Labette County, as Aiden Gazaway's in the game for Pittsburgh, as he stands at 6'7". As my goodness, I didn't get a good look at Gazaway.
Wow. Well, yeah, Nolan Nash just came back and checks in for Kagan Bates, and Galloway will score, or Gazaway will score.
Gazaway, as I heard the PA announcer pronounce it. Yeah, as they just threw a little lob play, and he just touched it in the goal. 16-13, Purple Dragons up 3, minute 4, first quarter. Johnson in the corner, given room, his entry pass deflected and stolen. Argabright grimaces. English in transition. A lob play is too high for Gazaway. I didn't know that was possible, but it was over his head.
It seems like everybody can dunk on this Pittsburgh team. We saw it at Labette County too. You know, they have a lot of height on their team. You look at their roster, you see a lot of 6s on there.
46 seconds, first quarter, 16-13 Pittsburgh. Heston, given room, pulls the trigger for the tie. Short, rebound English. He'll work the floor. Gazaway for 3, hits it. Pittsburgh is a deceptively deep team just because English gets so much attention. They have a lot of good players. Johnson, he can shoot it, lets it rip, misses it short. English fights for it and gets it, tries to hang himself in the air and nearly throws an interception, but he gets it back with 6 seconds in the first. English with the lob, and Gazaway slams it. That's really nice transition offense by Pittsburgh, and Coach Argabright calls a timeout with 0.4 seconds left in the first quarter, and a game in which Labette County was right there, and the end of the first quarter couldn't come soon enough. Pittsburgh goes up 8. Out of the Coach Argabright timeout, Labette County will have 0.4 seconds to work with, back in 30 on, well, we'll keep it here because we're about to take a break. And we'll thank Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Labette Health, Woodworth Enterprises, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Labette Bank, the Bartlett Co-op, and Labette Center for Mental Health Services. Interesting timeout call there by Argabright with 0.4 seconds left on the clock, but he tried to call the timeout when there was more like a second and a half left.
Yeah, that's definitely a lot of different play call you want to set up as well when you have that much time on the clock, but unfortunately with 0.4 on, you only have really a grab and throw up.
Argabright just trying to squeeze all the juice out of the orange he can. It goes into Nash, and he'll launch it from half court and miss. At the end of one, it's Labette County 13, Pittsburgh 21, as in those last 60 seconds of that first quarter, Pittsburgh went on a run to go up 8 in a previously close game. Back in a minute with the second quarter. (21-13) Grizzlies trail Pittsburgh as the second quarter clock begins to tick away as Labette County inbounds the basketball. Heston to Nash. Phillips top of the key. They want to play through Hudson here as they'll hit a backdooring Johnson, who shoots a reverse layup and scores it. His hands around the rim are as soft as they come, Ian. He's so efficient down there.
Yeah, it was just a really good reverse layup as well from Johnson.
Shot underneath by Pittsburgh is no good, but a rebound is tipped out to Pittsburgh's TJ Wesley. English with a dump down, and a foul on Labette County. We'll see who they get on it.
First personal, first team foul.
That'll be on Dylan Johnson, his first personal foul of the game, and the team's first in the second quarter.
As there was a piece of jewelry or apparel on the court, the ref spotted it and stopped play to remove it momentarily. English to inbound, Pittsburgh by 6 with 7:20 left in the half. Mason with the ball in the corner, Heston and Baker. Floater, no good, rebound Hudson, and then English steals it away. He'll find a teammate underneath, and then he'll throw it away. On the effort was Jaden Brown, threw it right to Labette County. Nash out to Johnson. He has 4 points. Back to Nash in the corner. He'll drive with the left hand, give it to Phillips. Straight away, Trey. Missed. Barrett fights, gets it, shoots. No foul called. Rebound, Brown.
Yeah, a lot of contact there. No foul call on either sides of the court either.
English at the top of the key, given a little bit of room by Heston. Hook pass to the top, Gazaway buries it.
Wow.
Every time we play Pittsburgh, there's this player that I've never heard of that just comes out of nowhere and scores like 12 points.
Was he playing at
I
the home
don't
game?
know.
I don't think he was.
I don't know. I don't remember him playing against us at home.
I definitely would have remembered him if he was playing like this.
Labette County turns it over. Here's Gazaway, and he'll lay it in. And Pittsburgh goes up 11 with 6 minutes left in the second quarter.
Yep, he's at 12 right now.
Labette County with the ball, 6 minutes, second quarter. Trying to get back in it are the Grizzlies. Dylan Johnson has played well, and they've tried to run through Hudson. Barrett with a three-pointer off to the left, rebounded by English. And Pittsburgh will try to score here on another offensive try. Great bounce pass from English to TJ Wesley. He lays it in for two. 28-15 Pittsburgh, 5:30 second quarter. Johnson in the corner, closed out by Mitchell. Baker down to Phillips, back out to Johnson. Baker ahead of the circle. Doesn't know if he wants to go left or right, and finds Phillips at the top. Johnson given more room, but pulls the three-pointer down and goes inside. Shoots a fader off the glass that's down and out. Almost fell. Gazaway might slam it in transition, and he does. Coach Argabright wants to Yeah, he wants a full timeout here as Labette County trails 30-15 with 4:58 left in the half. Back in a minute. This is Grizzly basketball. (30-15), Pittsburgh leads Labette County, who's just trying to stay in this one. Get to single digits maybe at half and just hold firm there. Labette County with the ball trying to chip away at the 15-point hole. 4:45 left in the half. Out of the Coach Argerbright full timeout. Nash with the drive. He'll hang, fire, and miss, but is fouled by Pitt, and Nolan will shoot two. As we did get word from a couple listeners that Gazaway for Pittsburgh came after Christmas. I'm assuming transferred in is what that means.
Yeah, we played them Christmas or the 20.
A couple weeks after Christmas.
Well,
Number
yeah.
23, Joey Cronister.
So he must have been so new to the team that maybe he didn't suit up for that game or was just getting into the routine. So, but he certainly had an impact tonight. Nash misses both free throws for Labette County, and they'll have to play defense with 4:30 left. Another fantastic pass from English inside to Wesley, and he scores it. That's such a good pass.
yeah, that's what's going to happen is English is going to pick teams apart, whether he's scoring or he's assisting.
32-15, Labette County, 4:09 second quarter. Phillips with the ball at the logo midcourt. Nash left wing extended, dribbles with the right hand flip Baker. Extra to Bates, he'll travel, turnover Grizzlies. (32-15) Pittsburgh, the home team. It's been a well-officiated game. It's the same crew that did the girls' game, and they were great during that game.
Yeah, they definitely do a really good job.
As the ref calls a carry on Mason English, as Mason was just dribbling on an island, and the ref calls a carry on the star-studded senior, who just pauses and looks at the official, and his assistant coaches just kind of smile this one off. They go inside to Baker, who scores strongly, as maybe that's a bit of a momentum flip. You never know. Labette County back within 15, as funny as that sounds, a couple possessions away from being back within 10. English will drive with the left, get to the cup, kick out Gazaway, Trey, buried. Lethal player. Stands at 6'7" and can score at all levels. Skip pass here, Bates will drive, Kagan head fakes, shoots a floater that misses short, fights for his own rebound, but Pittsburgh has it. English with the behind the back pass to Wesley, but he can't cradle it in time to shoot it. Gazaway, deep three, missed it right. Ball on the deck, Baker has it, tries to find someone, it goes to Brown. Baker recovers in time to block Brown's attempt, but a foul's called on Hudson. And two free throws for the sophomore are approaching.
House charge on number 15, Hudson Baker. First personal, second team foul.
Still plenty of time left in this ball game
At the line
for either team to do some damage to each other, but hopefully going into halftime with 2:45 left before can hopefully get something going for them, some momentum change, some points on the board before halftime hits, and then come out as a completely different team and do a little better in that second half.
First free throw is no good by Brown. The second is good, goes over the front of the rim. 36-17. Pittsburgh in front. JoJo Hernandez back in the game. 2:40 left in the second quarter. Phillips at the top of the key, defended by Chronister. They go to Baker. Extra pass. Heston leans, fires, and hits. He went up and under Gazaway, and Barrett's played pretty well here. .220 first half, Pittsburgh by 17. English working with the ball, spins, shoots with the left, misses it, gets his own rebound, and finds Gazaway in the corner. His three-point shot's well short, rebounded by Hudson Baker. 36-19, Labette County down and with the ball. Minute 55. Bates in the corner, denies the three. Nash. Bates in the corner, looking inside, not there. Labette County kind of playing into the hands of Pittsburgh defensively. Gazaway skip past Bates, he'll drive, pick and pop to Nash. Looking for Bates, finds him, jump pass, Heston, he'll pull the trigger, miss it short. Couple Grizzlies are there, but Chronister pulls it away. English with room in the paint, Euro up and in, plus the foul.
Well, those are his first points of the second quarter if you want to get a good takeaway from this so far.
House call number 4, Keegan Bates. First personal, third team foul.
As Dylan Johnson will check into the ball game for Nolan Nash. And Nevaeh Jackson will check in for number 25, TJ Wesley.
English converts the three-point play. 39-19. Pittsburgh with a minute 15 left in the second. Phillips to Johnson in the corner. Throws an overhead pass to Baker underneath with a height advantage and unselfishly gives it up to Heston, who misses but puts his own miss back up and in as Labette County is down 18 with a minute left in the first half. A couple stops here and you're within striking distance with the whole second half to go. English, good extra pass from Hernandez to Chronister. Touch floater short, and a push-off is called on Labette County, as that's the fourth team foul for the Grizzlies this quarter. Pittsburgh with just one foul committed.
House call number 24, Barrett Heston. First personal, fourth team foul. At the line for the Purple Dragons, number 23, Joey Chronister.
As I guess he was shooting. The foul seemed a little late though, I guess, as Chronister's at the line shooting two and makes the first. That's the first foul on Barrett Heston. Labette County has had extremely minimal fouls in this game. Chronister misses the second. Labette County down 19 with 45 seconds left in the half. They go inside to Baker, a couple feet from the rim, turns, shoots, and scores. 40-23 Pittsburgh, 36 seconds, second quarter.
Still time for Labette County to get a defensive stop and get something going on offense.
Getting fouled underneath is Nevaeh Jackson, and he'll shoot a couple free throws as Pittsburgh can kind of play at all kinds of paces, fast or slow, half court or full court transition, and they're just kind of slowing it down and getting to the line here, whether intentional or not, as Jackson misses the first free throw. One more for the senior. Second free throw is good. 41-23 Pittsburgh, 22 seconds, second quarter. Grizzlies with it. Phillips left wing, picks his dribble up, Bates. They want Hudson again. Why would you not? 12 seconds, second quarter. Phillips might have to go to work, and he does. He'll drive, jump stop, and a foul on Chronister is the call. With 8.2 on the clock, Labette County will inbound, as that's just the second team foul on Pittsburgh. As maybe I got that backwards, I'm sorry. I think I was getting the foul count backwards. It's 2 on Pittsburgh and 5 on Labette County. That's why they were shooting free throws. I don't know how I got that mixed up, but it's all right. 5 seconds, second quarter, they go into Hudson. He'll turn and shoot and score with the left hand, and Pittsburgh gets a decent look. Oh, and Mason English almost got the 3/4 court shot to fall. Labette County down 16 at the break. We will take a 3-minute timeout and come back with the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show. This is Grizzly basketball. This is the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show. As I like what they do here at Pittsburgh. They do kind of a halftime raffle drawing, and the winner of the raffle gets to shoot. It looks like a three-point shot for $100 as the student shoots and misses it, as I don't know if he'll get, as he gets 2 more shots. I think it's kind of fun that they do this here.
That'd be cool if we did that at our school.
He misses the second. And this student for Pitt High will get one more shot from the three-point line to get $100. He'll put it up, and oh, he missed it strong. It looked good from here. As the student section's gonna give him one more shot. 6 minutes until the third quarter begins, plenty of time to chat, and he misses this one as well. That's kind of fun to watch and be a part of, but Ian, Labette County is down 41-25 here at the halftime break. It doesn't feel like Labette County played to the point of like, man, we're just getting thumped. Pittsburgh is just so solid. Labette County's played fine, and I'm not trying to discredit and compare, because, you know, we certainly could have played better to be able and be closer. As, of course, right when I start talking, a different student, a young gal it looks like, banks in a three-point shot.
I kid you not, I asked her. I kid you not, I asked her, how many shots do you need? She goes, 2. And
That's kind of cool.
Lady, congratulations.
So they do have somebody walking away with $100 here. But yeah, Ian, it's not like Labette County's played atrocious. Pittsburgh's just stinking good.
Yeah, I mean, not a bad first quarter at all by Labette County. Just seemed like, and honestly, not a bad second quarter either by Labette County. Just 25 points after one half just isn't enough to stick with such a good, high-quality Pittsburgh high school team, and just they've taken advantage of every opportunity they've been given, and they've been scoring and shooting the ball like crazy. Just Labette County just hasn't been able to respond lately. Just trying to get the ball to Hudson Baker, maybe trying to push that in there too much at some points, and just need to create shots for their own selves. And but he has 12 right now at halftime. He's looking pretty solid. Heston has 7. Just we need other people to step up for us coming into this second half to score more points. And I think that's honestly just been our biggest problem this whole season, is just people not being able to step up and score points, besides Hudson or maybe Barrett every once in a while. Just need people to step up in big games against really good teams like this, and that's what Labette County County's going to have to do in this second half.
Yeah, without question. As 3 minutes 40 seconds until the second half ensues. Yeah, you're right, Ian. Is Gazaway, who has 17 points, as you mentioned, has been really a big reason why Pittsburgh's up 16.
Yeah.
You know, Mason English does a fine job of finding guys and everything, but English only had 3 points in that second quarter.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of where you can maybe emerge victorious in that quarter and try to be within a decent margin. And then Gazaway steps in, helps out English, and scores 17 of his own. As a player we didn't see last time around back in Altamont has played great tonight. But, I mean, listen, Pittsburgh's had a really hard time guarding Hudson Baker.
Yeah.
He has 12 points. They've ran Ohio, is what they call it, which is a play for Hudson nearly every time they've gotten the ball.
Yeah.
And, you know, Labette County, if they can off missed shots, get a defensive rebound, you don't need to rush yourself back into this one. They can get back in this one simply because, you know, Hudson is scoring at will.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't blame them if they continue going to that, because, like you said, they've had a hard time guarding Hudson Baker down there in the post. But he's been able to get it and make a good move and get to the line. He has missed a couple free throws, but honestly, those couple free throws wouldn't make too much of a difference right now. But maybe later on in the game, say we're down by 6 or so, they definitely come back and bite you in the butt, and it doesn't help later on. But Labette County's first got to get in that situation where they're down by only single digits first, and then work their way up to, you know, what can we have done better in this game, or what can we improve on. But as of right now, you just kind of, you get good offensive possessions, get good defensive possessions, and you still take away Mason English from this offense, and that's what they've been doing. I mean, he only has 14 points in this half right now, which is pretty solid when you ask any other team. But going in this second half, you're going to have to do a lot better and start scoring on your own.
41-25. Well said, Ian. Nice stretch there, my friend. 41-25 Pittsburgh in front at the break. 1 minute, 20 seconds until the second half begins. Labette County has some work to do. Back in a minute with the second half from Pittsburgh. Labette County will have to play some defense here to open up the second half. They trail by 16 on the road against Pittsburgh. This is Grizzly basketball. Jack Leak, Ian Harlow with you on the call. Lucas Hayward on the KLKC Sports YouTube live stream. Ball goes inside for Pittsburgh.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Hudson Baker climbs the imaginary ladder and blocks it near at the top. And Nolan Nash goes right to left and scores. Defense into offense for Labette
He came
County.
out of nowhere. He just came out of nowhere.
I didn't know a 6'7" body could come out of nowhere, but he did.
Yeah, he did. Just like a fish out of water. Just flop.
41-27, a 14-point lead now for Pittsburgh. 7:20 left in the third. English step back three is on its way and no good as JoJo Hernandez gets the miss and scores it. As Xavier Phillips was in good position for a rebound. Looked like potentially a hook and hold on Jackson, but not enough to call it. Nash, the second leading scorer a few nights ago, gets the left-hand finger roll to go. Boy, that one defied gravity. It hit the rim and kept going upward.
Looks like possibly another dominant third quarter from Nolan Nash again, like he did previously against Atchison.
He had 11 in that quarter alone as Chase Hembry scores on the other end, and the scoring is heating up here for both teams. Baker at the free throw line working on Hembry. Tries to go to the corner and is fouled. They're going to get Wesley, or no, that's Nevaeh Jackson, his second and the first foul from either team this half with 6:30 left in the third. Phillips looking for the lob to Baker. He'll throw it, and Hudson catches it. A few feet from the rim. Hook shot is missed. Rebound tipped about. Chronister has it for Pitt. English, left wing, dribbles with the right, throws it inside to Hembry. Tries to back down his man, shoots, has it blocked. Baker again with the big-time block. Up ahead, Heston goes up and under and scores it. Good body control by the sophomore.
That was nice.
Thank you. Or what I said, or Barrett's layup?
Both. Honestly, both, yeah.
As English gets kind of a toilet bowl shot around the rim to go down, and the lead's back to 16 for Pittsburgh. 5:45, third quarter. Ball goes to the corner to Nash. Baker, short corner, working on Hembry. Goes left, shoots, scores. Wow, Labette County really efficient offensively here. A few stops away, and they can get back within reach around that 10-point mark. English kind of fakes a pass and throws it to Hembry. Phillips wasn't quite ready. Hembry misses the hook shot, though, and a foul on Chase Hembry going the other way on Pittsburgh. That might be his third. It's the second as a team on Pittsburgh. That is Hembry's third, as they'll just bring another 6'4" guy off the bench, no problem. TJ Wesley trots into the game. .5:10 third quarter. Bates throws a pass intercepted by English. Mason will close in on the rim, go up and under, miss it. Not the best decision there, but Hudson Baker earned some respect there. Here's a lob play from Phillips, or Bates to Phillips. It's no good, but there's Nash off the glass, and Nolan finds a way to score it in the timber. And it's a 12-point game with 4:45 left in the third. English with the skip pass to JoJo, lets it rip and hits. 50-35, back to 15, Pittsburgh in front. English picks the pocket of Nash. 3-on-3 the other way, and English scores it. Labette County nearly throws it away on the inbounds pass, but Kagan Bates is able to maintain possession. Nash on the right side of the floor, pulls up and hits it off the glass. Nolan Nash, a nice play there by the freshman. Long pass for Pittsburgh, goes up ahead to Wesley, blocked by Baker, saved by Hernandez. Timeout, Coach Woods of Pittsburgh. Ian Hudson Baker's playing well here in the second half.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job on defensive-wise and blocking every shot that's gone up.
We'll take a 30-second break. This is Grizzly basketball. Labette County playing defense here. The ball goes in for Pittsburgh. A nice no-look pass from English to Wesley, but the layup is missed by TJ for Pittsburgh, and Labette County has the ball down 15. 3:50 third quarter. Johnson right wing pulls the three-point shot down. They go to Hudson. He catches it, but it's batted away, and the Dragons have it. Ball inside to English, and he'll score it off the window. Two Purple Dragons set to check in. That's Brown and Gazaway, who had 17 first half points. Transferred in and started to play a couple weeks after Christmas for Pittsburgh. 37-54 Pittsburgh in front, 3:15 third quarter. Kagan fakes a bounce pass it and is now in trouble. Finds Phillips, or that's Nash, pardon, on the far side of the floor. Ball goes into Baker. He'll look, find a red jersey in Johnson at the top. Dillon given room by English. Nash lets the three fly. Missed it off the butt of the rim. Rebound English. Chronister in the corner off the long pass from English. English finds himself back with the ball, misses the deep three, and it trots right to Pittsburgh's Nate Mitchell, who finds Mason English again. Nash has done a good job on English when he's drawn the senior, as this is maybe the best player in the state defended by our freshman, and he's done a really nice job as he forces a miss here. English misses the right-hand layup. Barrett will drive baseline. Euro, shoot a floater, hits the rim twice and is off the mark as Kagan Bates fights, and it's out off of him as he argues with the official. I've never seen an official change their mind, but Kagan Bates wanted to give it a try. 2:12 left in the third.
Yeah, and Xavier Phillips checks into the game for Bear Hest, and then Gazaway and Brown check in for Pittsburgh.
English, hook pass, Gazaway, rises, has it partially blocked, and he ended up passing it rather than shooting it. The lengthy junior will drive and is blocked. I think that was Hudson in there again.
Yeah, it probably was.
Bates with the jump stop underneath. He's trapped underneath the rim. Finds Johnson in the corner. A good look for Dillon. Missed it short. Rebound Brown. Outlet to English. 90-second mark approaching in quarter number 3. Brown with a drive, a shot off the glass that's missed. Rebound, Nolan Nash. Pass up ahead, tipped by English, stolen. Gaza away with a good pass to English, and he'll score plus the foul. That's going to go on Xavier Phillips, as that's the first foul Labette County has committed this quarter.
House call on number 3, Xavier Phillips. Second personal. First team foul. Entering the game for the
Barrett
Grizzlies,
Heston will
number
check in
24, Barrett Heston.
for Nolan Nash.
At the line for the Purple Dragons, number 30, Mason English.
English for the three-point play. He'll convert. Pittsburgh by 20 with 1:15 left in quarter number 3. Xavier brings it right to left. Skip pass to Heston in the corner. Fires it and buries it. Three-point shot, Barrett Heston. He has 12 points on the game. 57-40, Pittsburgh. 50 seconds, third quarter. Mason English denies the screen, pulls the trigger, down and out, rebound Baker. He'll take a few dribbles and now find a point guard, Kagan Bates. Phillips near the logo, looking for Baker. Free throw line, he finds him. Backs down Wesley, fakes right, goes left, bucket plus the foul. Good move by Hudson Baker. Faked left, pivoted right, and scored it perfectly off the glass.
House call on number 25, TJ Wesley. First personal. Third team foul.
Hudson's really evolved,
At the
man.
line for the Grizzlies, number
He can take
15,
somebody from the
Hudson
elbow
Baker.
down, from the top of the key down, and can back you down. Just does a lot of different things. And one free throw is good. Labette County within 14. One more stop and maybe a score. That would be icing here to end the third quarter. "20 seconds, third quarter. 13 seconds now. English dribbling between his legs near the half-court line. Defended by Heston. Down to 4 seconds. English is going to be the one to take it. No, he'll give it up. Now get it back. At 1 second, pass inside. Buzzer sounds. No shot. Good defensive possession by Labette County. Mason English dribbled way too long there, and the buzzer sounded before Wesley could get it up. So Labette County sneakily within 14 with 8 minutes to play. Back in 1 minute with the fourth and final stanza from Pittsburgh. "57-43 Pittsburgh, and Labette County will have the ball due to the possession arrow to start the fourth quarter. Labette County with it. Phillips to Baker near the free throw line. He'll turn and face but pick his dribble up. Johnson, short corner. They go to Baker. He's doubled. He'll have to pass out of this one. Never mind. Hudson finds a way to score. He was triple teamed under the rim, and Labette County with some organic energy here, as they really had to create it out of nothing. A 12-point game. English, this is where he usually creates a run. Gaza away for three, short, rebound fought for. Barrett Heston has it for the Grizzlies. Right to left, kick, Phillips, corner, tray ball, up, short, rebound Pittsburgh. Long pass, Brown, closed out on from behind, has it stripped off his leg, I think. Oh, it'll stay with Pittsburgh. Oh, man.
Number 33, Chase Embry.
Hembry will check into the game for Wesley. Yeah, Hembry, whenever he was in the game, was kind of causing some problems down in the paint and scoring some good baskets. So hopefully we can lock him down.
3-point shot by Brown is airballed. Rebound Phillips. And Heston scores on the other end. He has 14. Labette County's within 10. 6:55 fourth quarter.
Within 10 is, wow, what a great half for Labette County.
Pittsburgh tries to answer and can't. Rebound Dylan Johnson. Labette County 57-47 trails Pittsburgh. 6:40 left in the game. Phillips top of the key. They go to Baker. Has to sky high for it, but catches it. Phillips head fakes a three. Drives on Gazaway. Shoots. Misses. Rebound Mason English. The ball thought about it. Long pass to Brown. Left hand layup. Good. Kagan quickly, right to left, gets inside, near travel, Johnson, big time three. Oh. Deep, no good, rebound staying here. Oh, a foul going the other way on Hudson. I thought it was a foul on Pittsburgh.
Foul's called on number 15, Hudson Baker. Second personal,
his second and the first call for either team this quarter.
And for the Purple Dragons, number 23, Joey Cronister.
A lot of time left in this fourth quarter for either team to do some damage, but hopefully Labette County can get things under control.
59-47, Gazaway for three, and Pittsburgh on a quick 5-0 run to take it from 57-47 to 62-47. Bates, corner, fakes, drives, misses, rebound Cronister, English, left to right, already in the paint, shooting and scoring, wow.
That's what it feels like with Labette County. Every time they get within 10 points or so, it just seems like they get stuck there and then they can't score or defend or anything like that. It just feels like they're stuck in mud whenever they get close.
Phillips will be blocked at the rim by Gazaway, and it'll stay here with the Grizzlies, who are down 17 again, and it was just 10 moments ago. Xavier to inbound, throws it in, it's tipped about, but Barrett gets it back. Barrett rises, misses short off the iron. Rebound Cronister to English. Tries to get by Bates, does so, up, under, fouled, and he'll shoot two. That might be three on Hudson with 5 minutes left in the game.
House call on number 15, Hudson Baker. Third personal.
Yeah, but you're correct. That's Hudson Baker's third foul.
First free throw is good by Mason English.
Dylan Johnson will go in and replace Barrett Heston, as I assume he'll just come in and get a drink and go right back to the scores table and check back in.
As it's been a six-man rotation for Labette County all game, as Mason makes both. 66-47, a 9-0 run for Pittsburgh after Labette County cut it to 10. Dillon in the corner, goes baseline, on the block, to the corner Bates, head fakes, behind the back to Johnson, in the corner for three, short, died off the front of the rim. Pittsburgh left to right, Cronister closing in, finds English back block, a dump hook to Hembry, and it's intercepted. Labette County has it. I couldn't see through the chaos, but our Grizzlies have the ball. Cronister defends Bates. Now Phillips with a jumping Gazaway on him, trying to make it hard for Phillips to find Baker, but he finds him anyways, and a foul ensues. Is that on Hembry? That's on Cronister. That's on Cronister, his second, as Wesley will check in for Hembry.
Entering the game for the Purple Dragons, number 25, TJ Wesley.
There's still 4 minutes remaining left in this fourth quarter for Labette County to cut down on this deficit to get back in the game.
Nash will drive, and his shot at the rim is blocked by Gazaway. English on the outlet. Hook pass, Gazaway, left wing three, short. Rebound goes forward and into the hands of Kagan Bates. Nolan has had another good third quarter, looking to add to it in the fourth here. Misses the floater, fights for his own board, gets it and scores. Nolan Nash with a good score, and that's Labette County's first points in some time. Timeout, Pittsburgh. It's a 30-second break. Labette County in desperation mode here in Pittsburgh. A 30-second break we're going to take. (66-49), Pittsburgh in front of the Grizzlies with 3:48 left in the game. Pittsburgh gets the ball inbounds to Mason English, who walks it across half court left to right. One-handed flip goes to Hernandez, who's been effective but hasn't played a large amount of minutes in this one. They go inside. Dylan Johnson with a good block on Nate Mitchell. Dylan's played well underneath the rim.
Yeah, he's definitely played a really good ball underneath there, and with finishing under the basket as well as making some defensive stops.
Barrett Heston with the three-point shot, but Johnson gets his miss and scores it. Dylan Johnson has, what, 6 or 8 points tonight?
Yeah, 6. 6 good layups that have been good for Labette County.
As it'll go for JoJo. Joseph Hernandez gets the baseline jumper to go. A little shout out there to Matt Jordan, the voice of the NATO, which is where Hernandez transferred from. 68-51. Labette County with the ball and the deficit. Baker, isolation now doubled. Trying to take a charge is Wesley, but it's not called. Nash misses the kick out three. Rebound English. Hernandez, corner three ball on its way. Strong goes high, hits the rim, and it'll go to Labette County because the ball hit the cord that suspends the rim, or the whole setup rather, above the ground.
And for the Purple Dragons, number 33, Chase Hembry. And
Chase Hembry in the game for TJ Wesley, and Nevaeh Jackson in for Nate Mitchell. 5 on the floor for Labette County is Barrett Heston, Hudson Baker, Xavier Phillips, Nolan Nash, and Kagan Bates. Baker with the ball. Heston post up in the corner, and it goes through Barrett's hands. Out of bounds, turnover, Labette County.
Just a lot of sloppy possessions for Labette County here. And they honestly get momentum, and then they just kind of blow it away and trying to find an open shot or something, and just careless with the ball every once in a while, and then they get close as Hembry will make a nice floater underneath the basket.
70-51, Pittsburgh, 2:01 left in the game. Barrett will look to drive. He's a strong player. Gets his floater not to go. I thought it was going to fall. Hit the butt of the rim and almost fell down. Mason with the ball left to right, controlling the rock. Three-point shot put up by Jackson. Missed it. Backside. Baker with the board. Kagan will drive in and out of traffic. His floater does the same thing and falls off the front of the rim. 90 seconds left in this one. Pittsburgh with the reverse layup. Hembry's putback is missed. Hudson with a rebound. Clearing out space. Kagan Bates will have the ball. Nolan Nash will drive. Left-hand layup is missed as Barrett let go of the basketball as he felt the foul coming, and he's probably right. As English will drive, get to the rim and miss. As both teams are just kind of maybe a little tired, just running the floor, shooting layups. As Pittsburgh misses a jumper and Labette County gets a board. as we have something maybe happened at half court.
Yeah, Mason English fouled Baker on purpose, I think, to get the sub in.
Number 30, Mason English. First personal,
Okay. So Mason English, yeah, you're right. That's his first foul of the game, Mason English, and he did it on purpose, as he will check out for the sub for Pittsburgh. It's Logan Mantooth. He will come in for the Purple Dragons. Perhaps a fan favorite based on how the crowd is starting to react for Logan Mantooth to check into the game. And the refs are conferring. We have a 19-point game with 57 seconds left. And I think they called an intentional.
Intentional foul call.
Yeah, they called an intentional on Mason English. And so Hudson Baker, whom was fouled by English, will get 2 free throws, and then Labette County will get the ball. Hudson's first free throw at the rim is short. One more for Baker. Up and good. So Labette County will get the ball now, down 70-52 with 57.9 left. Logan Mantooth does indeed check into the game as Nolan Turnbull checks in for 2 Pittsburgh players, as more Purple Dragons are going to come in, this one being Keandre Logan. So Coach Woods filtering through his bench reserves as another comes in. That's Caden Navardum, 5'9" sophomore for Pittsburgh, to close out the last 60 seconds of this one, as Labette County is going to fall to 2-17 on the season. And I don't know exactly how all the point margins work and everything, but I know that a win sure would help on Friday at Coffeyville, where I will interview all the seniors for Labette County girls and boys if we have time. Of course, we'll try to squeeze them in. I was gone on senior night on Friday, so we'll try to get them in this Friday at Coffeyville for an interview. Seniors put in a lot of work in their career at Labette County, as Baker's going to work on Mantooth and scores it. 70-54 is the score. Yeah, as 2-17, Labette County will fall to in kind of a battle with El Dorado, who also had a tough game tonight. Mantooth launches the 3 and misses, as they're in a battle with El Dorado for that final sub-state spot. Bates in the corner will let a 3 rip and miss it. And it's rebounded by Nolan Turnbull. The crowd is begging him to try and get a shot up, as he'll put a 3 up and get it to go. Wow. As Turnbull's 3-point shot hit the back of the rim, went 10 feet high and fell down, and a 3-point shot for Labette County is off the mark, and the buzzer will sound, and Labette County will fall 73-54 here on the road at Pittsburgh, and one final regular season game at Coffeyville awaits us on Friday, as we're still scrapping for that sub-state seed. We will take a 3-minute break and come back with the Bowen Pharmacy post-game show. 73-54 is the final score. Pittsburgh takes down Labette County, as I feel like every single time I come in this gymnasium, at the end of the night, I see a ladder and a pair of scissors. Every single time. As the Pittsburgh Purple Dragon boys
I think you're correct on that. As last time we were here, too, they were cutting the nets down as well.
Yep. As the Pittsburgh Purple Dragon men were declared SEK League champions, and they're down there surrounding the net on the right side of the floor, cutting down the net for their SEK championship season. Congrats to the Purple Dragons. Great squad Coach Woods has here in Pittsburgh. As Ian, do you have some post-game stats for us as part of the Bowen Pharmacy post-game show?
Not just yet.
Okay.
I have Labette Counties down, but I haven't got
I'll keep talking then.
Yeah, just go ahead and do that.
Pittsburgh had a hard time defending Hudson Baker, as a lot of teams have. But teams have been able to counter that more so than Hudson can kind of keep up. I'm not saying it's a one-man show. I'm not saying that at all. But he's been who we've run our offense through. He's been who has really been the go-to scorer for Labette County. And that back-and-forth battle just hasn't really prevailed for us in the way in which we maybe had wanted it to. As it was Barrett Heston, who I feel like has really played well, mentally has stayed strong, physically is strong, and can score at all levels, and is kind of a tough guard for opponents to match up with. He had 14 tonight, as Ian will go over the numbers in a moment. 73-54 is your final score. Pittsburgh had a couple, or it was that one player, Gazaway, who we didn't see last time in Altamont. Aiden Gazaway, a 6'7 junior, transferred in to Pittsburgh at the winter break, and he had 20, Ian, and I'll let that go over to you.
Yeah, I know, talking about Pittsburgh and how well they all played, we were talking about Mason English and how he's been scoring a lot, but he only had 24 against us, which is less than previously when we played them at home. He had, I think, 27 against us then. But he only had 24 against us in this time. But the main thing is he was passing the ball. He was finding open people. And that's how we had Gazaway with 20 points as well. But everybody else on the team contributed as well. You had Hernandez with 10. Turnbull with a three-pointer at the end of the game. Chronister with 1. Wesley with 4. Hembry with 4. Jackson with 1. And then Brown with 3. And then Gosway with 20 and English with 24. So just a lot of people on that Pittsburgh team scoring the ball and making things happen for them. That's why they're such a good rounded team. Is because everybody can score even off the bench.
Oh,
they have a lot of height as well. But for Labette County, you had Phillips with 2, Nash with 10, Baker with 22, Heston with 14, and Johnson with 6. So 3 people in double digits is really good for Labette County. Just couldn't quite keep them defensively on the lower end of scoring. So I think that's definitely where they had a little downfall, as well as we did beat them in the third quarter point-wise, as we had 18, they had 16, but fourth quarter we only had 11. They had 16 again, so we couldn't quite fight back in that fourth quarter to cut it down in time to get it like within single digits. But just a good game by Pittsburgh, and honestly not a bad game at all by Labette County. Just some things that they need to work on and fix as well. And I think going into Friday's game against Coffeyville will definitely give them a good run for their money, because Coffeyville, I know, has had a pretty good season this season as well. And so it'll be a good game Friday, because we usually do pretty well at Coffeyville.
Yeah, and it's going to be one that would certainly, amidst all the uncertainty, it'd be a little bit easier to decipher some of the sub-state implications if Labette County wins, as we just kind of wait and see what El Dorado does. Anyways, the postseason talk is just kind of confusing to have. So just keep refreshing the KSHA standings, and if Labette County's one of the bottom 2 teams, they're not in, and if they're one of the top 16, they are in the 4A East region of the sub-state standings on KSHA's website. But still a game to go for us and all the rest of the teams in the region, so a lot can shift around. Lady Grizzlies, certainly, I don't know tonight if they locked in a home court advantage or not next week. I'm not going to say that with 100% certainty. simply because it's not official, but it's very much so looking like our Grizzlies will host next Tuesday night in the first round of Sub-State. Boy, would that be fun. That's the Lady Grizzlies. Should the boys make it, they will play next Wednesday. We're going to step aside. This is the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show for one more 2-minute break and see if Coach Argerbright joins us. And if he doesn't, then we'll wrap things up here from Pittsburgh. 2-minute break. We've seen a lot of Grizzly players walk by. No sign of Coach Argerbright, as we'll go ahead and just call this broadcast from Pittsburgh. Hopefully we'll have a chance to talk with Coach Argerbright at the end of the game on Friday night at Coffeyville. And for a quick reminder, we are going to speak with the Lady Grizzly seniors and then the seniors of the guys team as well, as we didn't speak with them after senior night last Friday against Atchison. So tune in Friday night for another great doubleheader. It's the last regular season matchups for both the girls and the guys on Friday night at Coffeyville. Girls pregame will start about 5:50 p.m. with the Tank Connection pregame show, as the girls certainly in a good spot to host for Sub-State. They are locked in Sub-State, whereas our boys are still fighting for that final seed. So stay tuned for all of that information. We'll have more of that on Friday night and hopefully know some answers by this weekend, or we will know some answers rather. For Lucas Hayward and Ian Harlow, I'm Jack Leake saying so long from Pittsburgh. Lady Grizzlies win, and the Grizzly guys fall to Pittsburgh. We'll talk